There it goes. Hey, you guys! It is Drunk Monkey 42 here. We are back at a different location, finally, and had a time. Thank you, Headshots, for letting us play at your facility. The meantime, we did find a new place to go, a more private place. We finally got our own little office space to play. So thank you so much for being patient. We are back at our new location. So, as normal, I am Ryan, the DM for this group, the DoorSmashers. We are going to go ahead and go around the table like I normally do, say who everybody is, say what characters are playing, and then go into a narrative description of what happened last time, and then we'll go into the game. So, starting with this side of the table, we have Riley, who is playing Mao. We finally got Justin back in his normal seat, so we got Justin playing Thoron.
Yo!
We got Zach in his normal seat now, playing Priqrin. We got Jason. He's about normal spot now. Jason,
back to normal spot.
still normal spot. We got Jason playing Bahst. Next to him we have Sarah, who's playing Bernnice. She's now in her normal spot, and we got Ron, who's playing two characters, both Bertram and Bart. I'll always flip those two around every single time.
Hi, hello.
And then, of course, the DM, myself. So, like I said, we're back to our kind of a normal spot area for everybody. Hopefully it's less echoey. Sounds a lot better on audio. It did on the recording that I did prior. It sounded a lot better. So, I'm hoping this is... Because it's less echo in
It's
here.
not echoey.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Okay, so what you guys done so far up to where you're at is you have traveled back to the 10th floor dungeon of the Mad Mage. You guys are on kind of a quest to retrieve a special stone type gem, jewel maybe, that's deep in the this dungeon area. You've gotten a little bit of information that is past a certain floor area. So that's kind of your goal to go on there. One to two of you have been asked by either strangers or by a certain figure that you have known to take care of a situation on one of the floors, lower floors, of a possible threat looming. It was of a particular person, now I can't even think of his name, who is said to also be accompanied by a dragon of sorts. So you guys are on the 10th floor. You're moving around and exploring, trying to find the passage to either the next floor or to deal with whatever conflicts you come upon this floor and deal with it and resolve it. You guys made it through a riddle door where you put a sword in the hands of a statue. It danced around before unlocking the door behind it and releasing the sword and going back into position. You picked up the sword, of course, and moved on. You come across some undead, in particular, some undead shambling mounds. You were dealing with a sort of weird scorpion-like person casting spells that was on the balcony shooting down. One of you have seen it. The rest of you are kind of doubting his sanity right now because you have yet to see it.
Swear to God, he exists.
You dealt with undead. You came across a statue of Lolith. You dealt with that. It went back to its normal position and began to do its normal thing, apparently coming back together. But you dealt with that. You triggered it and then pretty much destroyed it to a point where it went back to its resting spot, went back to being unanimated again. You looked around some of the rooms on the upper floor, coming across one locked one. After exploring a chimney that actually went up and opened up into like a kind of a cave area, and you got a few items off of there. You went through the door after forcing it open, went through the locked floor door. Upon which was waiting a group of people that was waiting for you and everything else. You held off while you had a couple of your companions bust the door finally back open, and you all ran back out, shutting the door behind you. The magical seal did take effect again once the door was shut. You ran back to the chimney where you knew where the cave was, and you put up a bubble up there. And that's kind of where we left off as you guys were getting ready to take a long rest. So I'll flip it over to the map now. There we go. So that's where you're at. So if you want to do anything before a long rest, either talk amongst yourselves, decide what you're doing. That is open right now. We can do that. Yeah. So what you guys want to do?
I go immediately to sleep because I went down like 4 times.
You top thumping it?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
I
you
immediately
guys
sit my ass down and
I feel
sleep.
fine.
You feel fine?
I feel fine.
You didn't take
I didn't take any
it.
damage.
You didn't cast no spell.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Fireball.
You did.
Fireball.
Yeah, she did
Fireball.
Did you cast a spell or did the wand cast a
Technically, I also I think
Oprah
I
cast a spell.
spell?
You get a fireball. You get a fireball.
Holy shit, I almost lost
So yeah, what is it like? We take this long rest. What is our plan? Like, do we?
I mean, they know about us.
Yeah. So
They're going to be looking for us.
yeah.
will they though?
So this
Can
person
they,
we have to
though?
find,
Okay.
Jolister Silvermane. Okay. And so we need
That is the person I
to
couldn't
get him. Like that's why I did that. I was like, I'm gonna look back and see. And so we need to find this large glowing disc-shaped gem. There's a rune floating inside, and he
The
has a
gem?
dragon. So
There's a room in the gem.
yes,
A rune, I think is what
A
you
rune?
a rune.
Yeah.
That's like
the
a
rune.
room in
Not
a gem.
A rune.
A
Rune. So what is the plan when we're done with this rest?
Well, that's boss.
Play.
Boss fell right.
Well,
Sleep.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think we have to deal with this fucking scorpion on this floor.
Is there scorpion?
Again?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Again.
big ass fucking
Or are
scorpion.
You've said it, but you haven't proved it.
Okay. Well, I'll see it when I believe it. I believe it when
I've
I see
ever
it.
lied about an enemy before.
This is true. Good point. That's a good point.
No, but someone else has.
Wow.
Another Dragonborn, not this Dragonborn.
Oh, so all Dragonborns are liars.
Wow.
Just like
Just the copper one.
Speciest.
No, not the blue dragon. What's the copper Dragonborn? Or
He's
bronze?
copper and he's brass.
he's
Brass?
brass. Yeah.
Whatever. They all look the same except
How
for the
would-
blue
how
one.
would Boss-
Shit.
Species.
How would Boss
Wow.
know about the color? He doesn't know.
Boss never met him.
And Boss is asleep.
Boss is asleep. He's passed the fuck out.
He's having
They all
a,
look the same other than the color.
what was it? Another
Wow.
The
out of body
different-
experience
There you
where
go.
somebody else is controlling.
Just like
Brass monkey.
just like all
Almost.
druids look the same, right?
No. You can say all humans look the same.
Yeah, they do.
What do you call a group of humans?
So anyways,
An infestation.
Not wrong. We are pretty much an infestation to Earth. Anyway, moving on. So,
Carry on.
carry
While we were
on.
time.
Meanwhile,
Back at the Hall of Doom.
so are we just going to take this long rest and then
Real time,
keep
I'm in
searching this floor then?
Yeah.
How
Okay.
about we not go back to where we just came
No, let's not do that.
Well, you're sleeping, so I can't hear you.
I said that
You're
in
not
my
making
sleep.
are
decisions.
you sleeping?
Aren't we in like in your
He said
tiny
he's-
hut? At the
Is
tiny house
is
covering
right? Is
that,
Mal sleeping?
Nope.
the entranceway?
Mal's
Isn't your tiny hut
awake
covering
She's
that
up.
only
and
entranceway?
energized.
She had a root beer.
Under Armour? Or
No,
was it-
sunflower?
Yeah.
That's really pretty. All right, let's take this long rest and then we'll go and search this floor. Because I don't think we've opened all these doors on this.
Before you finish your sentence, I'm already asleep.
I think we have.
Yeah, good night.
I think on where we're at, I think we have.
Oh, okay.
So tired.
Yeah, there's a potion in that
So
room. A
tired.
potion somewhere over here.
Slight reminder. Yeah, you opened up all the doors on this balcony floor.
Oh, okay.
One of the rooms that you found did contain a magical mirror, looking like one of the portals. It had 11 human skull
that's
adventurers that was
Right.
intertwined by some sort
I
of
don't think we ended
stone
up opening that
vines.
at all.
So there is that. So if you're wanting to explore that when you guys wake up to look at it again, that's an option as well. Otherwise, yeah, you have explored all the doors that are in this area on this floor. Not floor meaning the whole dungeon, just the balcony
This
floor.
balcony, yeah. Okay. Do we want to investigate the portal and then go downstairs and finish?
We know the portal's there. We can
Okay.
figure out where it goes and stuff like that later.
Okay.
I think we
So-
should.
We'll take the long rest
Uh-huh.
and then we'll go downstairs and walk around. Not walk
Take a
around, but
long
you know what I'm
rest and go make some lunch.
Can I
Yes.
use prestidigitation on his snoring to stop his?
Just describe how you're going to stop it, and I'll allow it.
Do we have any leaves?
Vic's vapor rub is going to appear right here to stop the snoring.
So you came up with a salve of like mint and some sort of gel type thing, and it appeared on his
Yep.
bare-chested,
Yep.
hairy chest.
Trying to think what it's called where you put in your nose when you're sleeping.
I don't. That's not good.
Is he human? Ever I was
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's
He's
not
something
human.
other.
He's something else.
Good answer.
But I will say his snoring softens, and it's not as loud.
No, you want to see how we solve this problem? Do you have any leaves? You just
Do you have
shove it
any
into his
tar?
mouth.
Wow.
Do the tickle thing?
them.
God.
No,
Evil.
you just put it in his mouth and make him breathe out his nose.
Somebody roll me a D100. Who's awake?
Sorry, 23.
23. Okay, thank you.
Fireball.
Bertram has one little thing he needs to do before, and that's once he notices everybody's kind of asleep, he's gonna pull that
The goblin found you again.
potion thing that he found up here,
Okay.
and because he hasn't really had a chance to look at it yet so much, I want to investigate it a little bit.
Yes. Okay, yeah. If everybody's yeah, everybody is pretty much going to sleep. Sure. Let me bring that up. On here, I have it here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Okay. Now that you have some light, because her orb is still lit up, I'm assuming she never shuts it off anyways. Yeah, so
Nightlight.
it is definitely. Let's see if it gives me
Bunch of the
any.
Mad Mage, I'd be scared of the dark.
Yep.
The vial itself is kind of it's see-throughish, but you see this like dark liquid in there. Is basically what it is.
Is it like a stopper on top, or is it like sealed, or?
It's got a stopper. Last time we had a stopper, you kind of like rubbed your finger on the stopper or something like that. So yes, it does have a stopper. I believe it was in a gourd.
Oh my god.
It was in a gourd, so it wasn't
Yeah,
really see-through.
okay.
So you can't really see it. Sorry, it's in a gourd. It's been weeks, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you pull it off, and
Huh?
it leaves
Blob.
behind like
Blob.
like you didn't see it
His name's
before
Bob. He has no
because
brain.
it was dark,
Yeah.
so you only saw in shades. But a little bit of it just like as you're pulling off, you see a little bit it comes out, and it almost snaps in a way before when it gets
Kinda
thin.
Sticky, like
It-
kind of thick.
Yeah, it's thick.
Mm.
It's definitely thick.
This ain't no damn ocean.
It's no.
Okay.
I mean, it's classified as a potion, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah, but
doesn't
it's
seem
like I'm not drinking this.
Uh,
I just want to like put my fingers on, see,
Okay.
just investigate it, like rub it on equipment to see if it does anything. Just testing.
Oh no.
Thanks for giving me ideas as
Okay.
as Star Lord.
yes. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. You put it on a few things. You use small amounts because you're not trying to use it all.
This is testing.
On equipment and everything else, it doesn't seem like it's affecting items or equipment.
Almost done.
Anything when I put on my
Yeah. When you put it on your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's so it seems thick and heavy,
Yeah.
but when you do pour it out a little bit, it does flow pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Water.
It's like oop.
And when you put it on your hands,
It's,
you feel like the friction is almost gone that's
Oh.
on your hands. So it's like your fingers almost move a little bit quicker in a way.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to test
Well, I
it
mean,
on?
I think maybe my person know that I may know, but I don't. I don't know. Bertram, figured it out.
Does Bertram have any
What do you think?
I was gonna say arcana wise.
No. Bertram's arcana is actually negative.
Negative.
Oh,
Ooh, shit. Does he have any tools or anything he's proficient with?
Leatherworking and thieves.
Working and thieves. Well, I'll tell you right now, you definitely know it's not oil for like leatherworking.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Interesting.
You're getting a sense that this liquid or
the
whatever
brewer
it
says
is,
it's not alcohol.
it definitely helps.
Yeah, it's like
Possibly.
lubricant.
Oh, yeah, it's
Slick.
pretty much.
Homie.
It's like it's definitely oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do this. Just roll me a history. Just roll me a history. Maybe Bertram has come across.
I
something.
am proficient in history.
Okay, maybe Bertram
from the readings.
maybe he's come across something like this in his past. Did you get an
Nat
natural
20.
20? Okay.
Roll the crack.
All right. So, even though it's in a different container, after experimenting with it, moving around, you know exactly what it is. It's an oil of slipperiness.
Okay.
Slipperiness.
When you described it as that, that's
Yeah,
kinda what I-
yeah, for sure. So after he's messed with this a little bit, yeah, he definitely remembers that you do have some of these possibly at your household. They're not as strong and potent, but it's the same thing.
It's an oil of slippery.
It says oil of
Oh, there
slipperiness.
it is.
Question.
Answer.
What's
So-
the difference between that and a regular?
So applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effect of freedom of movement for 8 hours. Alternatively, the oil can be poured on the ground as an action where it covers a 10-foot square, duplicating an effect of the grease spell in the area for 8 hours.
Hmm.
So,
So
You can home alone.
if I pour it on the ground, it's not a 10-minute thing. It's
no, it's an action.
it's-
It
yeah,
spreads,
yeah.
it just spreads out
Okay. Okay.
to the radius. So,
Cool.
So does that mean if he pours it on, like if he rubs it all over his body, he can slide through thin?
So-
Just
so,
kidding.
It doesn't change my body.
Oh,
He puts
okay.
some- he puts lotion on the
well, if
skin.
he runs fast enough, he could slip through something skinnier than he is. Yes, but it takes 10
Friction.
minutes to apply on
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
So,
If I-
I mean, you see those
Thermal
people.
energy can be tran-
You see the people, a hole this small, big guy, dive straight through it going into a pool and goes right through it. Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially he could possibly do that. But yeah. Also, while you've been experimenting on this, you hear a strange sound that lasts for about a minute. That's you hear like a heavy grinding mechanism or something that sounds like it's coming from below.
So we're up in that.
Yeah, you're up in the chimney
Yeah, and so
cave.
do I have enough time to maybe investigate this?
Oh yeah,
before
you got plenty of time.
I'm gonna
That
stealth,
investigation didn't take
I'm
long.
gonna stealth down the
Okay.
chimney and just peer out and just see if there's anything.
Oh, for sure.
23.
23. As you go down into a pretty much the empty room that you guys.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
so it's down the chimney. I'm like just
you're trying to
yeah,
upside down.
yeah, oh yeah. Find me.
Yeah, it's got handholds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can allow that. That's fine. If it didn't have handholds, then that would be another story. You drop down enough to where you can peer your head underneath. Again, you look into the room. It's pretty much still a shambled old room, but you don't see anything that seems moved out of place. You're not sure where that sound
So it's
came
not coming
from.
from that room. It's not in-
Possibly not. It could have came even further down below.
I don't hear it anymore. It stopped.
Yeah, you don't hear
It
it.
just was like
It was like lasted a minute.
it was like grinding.
Yeah, it was a loud grinding mechanism sound, and then it stopped.
I come back up. Is anybody still awake? Or is it? Are everybody kind of?
You were the only one awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're the only.
All right.
Unless Bart is having
No
nightmares.
Bart could be having nightmare.
I'm having a leaf float up and down. I'm raving.
So I'll just take the rest now.
Okay. All right. Go ahead on your character sheets. Put on there you guys had a long rest. And you take a long rest. Nothing really significant happens other than what Bertram has, but none of you are aware of it.
Blah, blah, blah.
But you wake up from a long rest, feeling better than you previously did, for some of you. And some of you wake up realizing that you're still in the soot-covered cave place that you rested.
Of all
Yeah.
places.
I mean,
I've
this
been
is
in
probably
worse.
yeah, definitely. This is probably the safest, I think.
Well,
Anyway.
regardless,
Like
it's
being
easier
around
to
those
find.
Druid guards.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Should we go?
Something was moving in the night.
What?
Was it you?
No, you didn't hear that giant grinding.
No, I was
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah, something.
Giant grinding?
Something was moving.
Where was it
Giant
coming
in the
and
from?
night.
grinding
I
should
went
not be in the same
downstairs and
sentence.
couldn't see anything, but it was coming from outside of the room below.
Maybe it was.
It
the
lasted
giant
only for a
scorpion.
minute. I don't know.
This
Right.
sounds
Still on
like
about the
a
scorpion.
dragon or
I
something,
trust you,
or
but I
making
mean-
Yeah,
something.
something was grinding.
All right.
Only
Well,
time it was making- it
We've
was only
fought
last like a
invisible
minute.
creatures before.
Well, I take a minute to meditate and ask.
Use your feature,
yeah.
class feature.
All the spirits.
Okay.
And I asked them, is there a safer way to get down the floor? They can.
So, what's funny is most of you guys just see this kind of slightly obscured orb kind of appear in front of Bahst. But what Bahst sees, he sees an elderman.
Okay.
Which is kind of strange because this person was alive before you left. But he was old. So, but he was one of the better trackers of your village. He was the guy that pretty much trained most of the people to track, survive, scavenge, whatever. But he's there.
Didn't read my back.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it's in his Elderman. Either way, he's there. You're asking a question. You ask that question, and he takes a moment. He kind of looks like he's looking around, almost like he can see stuff that you cannot see right now. And it pretty much looks at you and kind of shakes his head. No, it does not. To answer the question, no, it does not appear to be a safe way further down right now.
What is safe?
Is that safer? But
Yeah, well,
yeah.
no, I mean it's all. I mean it's what his opinion is, what he's telling you, and what he can see and what he can tell you is no.
All right. Well, see you next time.
Or never.
Before we head down to Bertram uses his
His spell.
spell. Yeah. Gets everything prepped, like just, kind of meditating for that minute of just focusing it.
Don't cast mage armor on
Cast.
yourself
Gift of alacrity.
Okay.
before we head out.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you get on your die roll?
Oh shit! I forgot both of you have it.
On the you just add it when you do it.
When I
Okay.
roll initiative.
Okay. I thought you do it now.
Bertram
Then
and-
that's
yeah.
just it's Okay. Every initiative roll. Okay. That makes more sense.
Is it for everyone or just you?
Just me.
Just him.
Just him. No, I'm glad.
I mean, I could give it to you, but Bertram would never do that.
No.
I mean, I could cast it on you.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
It also requires him. It also requires him to touch, and he probably doesn't want to touch you.
Especially after that diuretic episode.
Nobles and diarrhea don't mix.
Ew, yeah, sure.
He-
I have the bumper sticker on my
on your wagon, on your horse's ass.
No.
It's
Just
his horse's
hands
tramp stamp.
Damn.
His family motto.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so you guys leave the.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, let's do this.
One at a time. You climb down because it's not safe for multiple climbs at the same time.
Oh man, we all wanted to go down at the same time.
I bet you can if you want to jump.
No. I'm good.
I mean-
One at a
I
time.
mean, that's the quickest way to get everybody down is if you want to jump down.
That stairwell, man. The stairwell in the noble's house.
All right. Okay, so you guys get back into the room.
Each other.
I'm just gonna say, as detail wise, you are covered in soot.
Yeah.
Because that place is.
Prestidigitation?
No, it's better this way.
Oh,
For
okay.
stealth.
So we have heavy
Nuh-uh.
armor. I have full plate armor. It
We don't
don't
It's now
matter.
muted. It's now matte.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
It's not as shiny.
It's not shiny.
It
will
will
help.
help.
It's
It's
probably
probably
doesn't-
better.
It's like
It doesn't
smoldering
clank.
armor,
It doesn't clank as loud, I guess.
I
It's
don't
kind of
need
muted.
help.
but it's harder to move, so it's
See,
like
Hey,
Anyway.
as
Actually,
long,
make an
I
ace
still-
survival check on that.
Sure, yeah, you
as
betcha.
long as I can cast.
you can certainly try.
Survival check to determine what.
That soot is actually better for stealth to kind of prove to them that it is. Or do I do it persuade?
Now you only need to put soot here.
That's for
Oh
me
my
to be
God.
better. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 lines straight across the face.
It's
As
the
long as we have
the
passed
my
without a
soot doesn't-
trace,
I
Make nasty.
then I'm fine.
So,
Because I already have 21.
nature or persuasion?
You're trying to determine you're trying to determine this yourself to see if it is, or you're trying to persuade him that it's better.
Persuade, I guess. Yeah, persuasion.
He's just trying to convince you that you're stealthier.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
How about a 10?
Can I convince you that you're dumb?
Oh,
Damn.
Thoron.
Your character.
Fire.
Your character.
Delivering.
What would that be? Insight
A
check?
spicy morning.
Spicy.
We've had now 2 of these. With the same people.
okay.
Let's
So
separate you two.
They're separated.
Gotta keep them separated.
God,
Anyway.
play. All right, insight. At 20.
Ooh, wow.
No.
His Highness Thoron says
Yes.
you are full of shit. It just walks away.
Right on. Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Epic fail.
All right. So most of you guys are hearing this happen as people
Yeah.
are climbing down. You get into the room. It's still shambled mess like normal. Whatever footprints are there is what you guys are leaving as you're walking. You leave the room. You're back into the area where the balcony is. I'm just going to put you right up there. So where you guys wanting to go?
Well, we're
There's a
there.
map.
Downstairs, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you talked about
We're
Where's the scorpion?
over there.
Do we,
I think we need to separate a little bit.
no.
We
We
need
are
to
not separating.
No, like, not be all in the same area.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If there's
this isn't technically how we are. We are kind of like
where there's a Bernnice,
Yeah.
there is a Mal.
there's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where there's a Bart, there's the Thoron.
So
were you still wanting to check that mirror out once
In front of
more?
the party.
Wait, that's the
I don't
portal?
That was the
Portal.
We
portal
want to?
thing.
Did we look at that already? Do we?
Yeah, we've already
Call
looked
it-
at it.
Yeah,
We don't
we
know how
found
to
it.
get.
uh-uh.
I think we may know, but not 100%.
Should we go look real quick?
Again?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You're here. It's literally
Oh, I
just
saw
2 doors
skulls.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, skulls.
Environment.
So-
Yeah,
He
let's
was
go back.
excited.
The two things that your
Let's
character
not
will
walk
focus on.
past
But they're human
the
skulls.
The statue.
So we're going to take
But
the
the
long
line.
way
That's what I
around.
was afraid of.
Just pretend you did that, and I'm putting you in the room.
Okay.
Oh, where are you gonna go?
Fair enough.
Where the hell?
All right. So you're back here again in this room where it had the wardrobe,
Where?
and you see the mirror again. 11 skulls are embedded in twisted vines around the frame. There is a word written underneath that none of you can read.
Hey, you! Can't you read?
yeah.
Can't you talk to plants?
No.
It's not in
I can talk to animals.
anything. We've already looked to see if we
It's
can.
like
Let's just magic.
I don't have that spell.
Portal.
Are these like actual skulls, or are these skulls carved
No.
out?
They're actual
Into a
11
slide.
adventurer human skulls.
You have speak with the
The
dead.
vines, the
Yeah.
vines themselves are carved from stone.
not 4th level spell, 3rd level
Wait,
spell.
you guys are dwarves.
But
you guys
ritual.
don't talk to rocks, right?
What?
What?
No, we only bury people in them.
Okay, and you
Oh
lived
my
in nature. Do you know how to talk to the dirt?
Yes.
Oh, snap!
You know when he's
Damn.
dead.
He licks walls.
That was an incident because of intellect and powers, okay?
Wow. All right, kids, calm down. Do I have speak with dead? Yep. All right.
Only ask
Yeah,
two
I-
questions and go.
But right.
Let's write down our questions before we do it, so we don't waste.
We have
So
11
wait, so
tries.
there's 11, but she can't cast a spell 11 times. You have to cast it
No.
like once, and then
I can ask 5 questions, like 1 question to 5 skulls.
you can.
Let's see.
Is that a question?
Until no.
I thought it was on
Oh
one.
my God.
on
You
a dead
grant
thing.
the you
believe it
grant
only
the semblance
makes
of
one.
life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range.
Yeah, a corpse.
A corpse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You have to
the
cast it
corpse-
11 times to talk to all
Yeah.
of them.
What if it's
I think we
combined into
corpse
one?
must-
If it's a
It's
ritual
a
spell, she
human
can do it.
hydra.
If
The
the
goal is to only talk to one of them.
Which skull looks
the
the
corpse
smartest?
must still have a mouth
I
and
don't
can't
know.
be undead.
They all have mouths attached.
I don't know. Let's
And
see.
oh yeah, they're not.
They're
in
not
Answers
undead, no.
are if you are hostile, the spell doesn't return the creature's
Talking
soul.
skull. That'd
So,
be
yeah, I mean, All right.
She
What,
could
what are
cast
the
it
5
off
questions?
your back and just have.
What is your
Or
favorite
my
color?
staff.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
What's your favorite book?
I got a skull, my staff.
is it of a living?
Maybe
being?
ask what the riddle for the
It has to be of a,
portal
of a
is.
dead
Okay.
It is a
The
dead.
answer to the riddle, or just the
Oh, it
riddle?
probably
with the-
doesn't know.
It's one
It's
of the
got
skulls.
big
Yes.
It's filled
What
with
killed him?
imagination
That's
of
a-
death.
Is it?
Do you remember your death?
It's not important at all.
There was no riddle. It was just words written underneath.
words.
What are the words? Oh, we can't tell.
No,
can't
it
tell.
can't
Well,
tell.
ask them if they know what the words say.
Can they see the words?
I don't know. Can we
That's a
write the
good question.
words?
That's...
Didn't you take a you?
Did somebody? Yeah. it's
Yeah,
a-
didn't you?
He didn't do,
Oh,
no, he
yeah.
didn't do a rubbing.
He didn't do.
hand
Oh
drew.
my!
Oh, can you hand through them?
Yeah, I didn't have enough.
He
Oh fuck!
he chose to write
We
it
got
down.
charcoal. We got the soot all over us now. You can do it.
Yeah.
Here,
We
just
can hand
go
rub
like
it.
this and put the paper on there and see if it stamps it onto the paper.
Or just put the paper over top of it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look at
Actually, you know what? Am I still
Can
covered in
Bertram
soot?
look at
We're
that?
all
still
I don't
covered in
even know
soot.
what the
Yeah, I'm the only one that
is,
just
or
cleaned
can we look
myself.
at the
I didn't.
language?
You know what?
Maybe
Hold on. I get a spare piece of paper.
Okay, so the question was, could Bertram?
Or any of us look
Maybe
at the language and see if
possibly-
we even know what the language is.
Oh.
I will say the ones that are more, I wouldn't say book smart, but the ones that would probably be intelligent enough for books. So I'd probably say Priqrin would probably be one. Bertram, sure, would be
Bertram's
one.
not smart enough.
He
just
may
got
not
the
be.
history.
He may not be
Yeah.
smart, but he could maybe. It might be history wise for recognizing possibly a language in one of the books that he's possibly read
Yeah,
or
that's not
looked
Bart.
at.
That's not Bart's deal.
See,
So that
Yeah,
was one of the
Bertram.
questions, but yes, I would say yeah.
got a 15
Nice.
on a history check.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll do it, but I don't think I can beat 15.
Oh,
I can try.
Okay. I lied.
Oh, I lied too.
Oh, I
Um,
got a
I
dirty
got-
20.
I got a dirty 20.
I got 24.
Like, we've all seen this. Never mind.
I got 24. Does that count?
you know who wrote it.
For you, what would the number be if it was religion?
Oh,
Same.
that'll make a difference.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, +5.
Okay, while you guys are just been discussing about the questions, you kind of stare off at the words itself, and it seems familiar, even though you can't read them. You've seen the script before. This writing, it appears to be celestial.
Oh, gee.
Hey, Paladin, do you know Celestial?
No. I know this guy that
There's a guy.
another Helm worshiper. You know Celestial.
I know Abyssal.
And the-
That's similar.
The other ones who are
Opposite.
Yeah,
Book?
it's the opposite.
those of you that are book
Wait,
learners
no,
that
he
did
would be beyond
history,
this realm.
you come
You
to the
have
same
a plus
conclusion,
5
just not
for
as quickly
religion?
as she did.
Why wouldn't she?
I have a +6 for religion. I don't know how.
Oh my god. Religion is
wisdom?
intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My wisdom's an 18. 14?
Yeah, my religion.
So
I've been losing my religion.
the questions, how are the questions coming along?
Do we?
So before the questions, I'm gonna take a spare piece of paper because before I didn't have enough.
All right, we have to pick
Okay.
a skull.
You're trying to get
First
a rubbing.
question.
Yeah, with the charcoal I got, one of the soot I
Do,
got.
do they know Celestial?
Okay,
Do I have enough,
Okay.
or do I have to grab someone else's?
it's fine. You can use any part of your body that's
And
still
then
covering.
read
soot.
this.
Yeah.
And I'll say that,
Okay.
that's
If
fine.
it
I mean,
knows
that's-
Celestial,
That's a question.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Read
are
this.
these like all around?
Can you
read
Like,
this?
is
Can
there
you
like
read this
five and
out
then like one
loud?
in the center,
Yes.
or is there
So it's just like
Yeah,
instead of
in
just
common.
that sounds about right.
like there's one like in
You
the
got just like one on
That's a
the
long
top of it,
question.
and then
Yeah.
the rest just wrap
that's
around.
a question.
All right, so I
One
think
Still, it's still
But they
one
all-
question.
They all look like real, actual human skulls.
Yeah.
Real
I think
actual
that
human skulls.
Perquin is onto a idea here that we asked if it knows celestial.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute though. Why waste a question? We can ask. Just say, read this.
That's what you just
So
said
here's the thing:
earlier.
if you
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
"read this," can you read this? And you just say yes.
Out loud.
Yes.
You just say out loud. Can you read this out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
In
asked,
common.
can you read this out loud?
In common.
Translate this to common.
Yeah.
Because if he reads it out loud in celestial, we're still screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, it may activate.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to point out that these things don't have eyes.
Like they have, yeah, because it's just skull, right?
Skulls.
It's just a
You're asking them to read a piece of paper. I'm just,
Well,
I,
he's dead. Right?
yeah.
This is made by magic, so I mean,
You don't know, maybe
I know,
magical
but-
eyes
Yeah.
pop up.
I just
Doesn't
thought,
the
I
soul
thought
come
it'd
back?
just be.
yeah.
Why don't we just ask, instead of reading this, if they know, or what does the thing say in common? What does the
Yeah.
inscription say in common?
But what if
What does the
Asking-
inscription on the door say
Yeah.
in common?
Ask him. Well, should ask him where he thinks he is. He knows where he's at.
he probably
Like, do you know, like, you're at a portal?
Where am I? I'm dead.
Well, the last thing he knows is where he died, and I
Yeah.
doubt that he died here.
I
Yeah.
doubt,
that
yeah.
he died
Well, he might have
here.
died in
Yeah.
the dungeon, but not here in the dungeon.
Okay, so do we want to ask if he knows? Okay, do we want to ask if he knows where he died? And if he says if he died here, then do we want to ask him if he knows, like, the portal?
I'm
There's
still
an
not sure if we
inscription.
care where he died.
Yeah, I don't care what
Let's
this
see if he
guy
knows about
had for a
Scorpion.
life beforehand. None of that. I just want to know what the inscription says.
Right, but if he doesn't know where he's at and he can't see the
But
inscription,
here's the thing, though. Let's just use deductive, though. It doesn't matter where he died. If we ask him, "Can you read the deductive?" We're gonna get that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the answer out
Yeah.
of it, right?
Okay.
Without wasting a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like yellow, but I'm in front black.
Chartreuse is the.
Right now, I
Has to be
think
3
blue.
questions.
Phew,
What is
So
your
once
quest?
we get
What
past
is your
that,
favorite color? Yellow. No, blue.
Who cares? I mean,
Maybe
once we get
blue,
past that,
green.
then maybe we can ask him how he died.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're asking him if he can read the inscription on the door
In
or on the
common.
portal. Okay.
What does the inscription on the mean in common?
Picks up skull to be or not to
Okay.
be.
Right. Yeah. Okay. What does the inscription? I'm gonna make sure I have this right.
Do these skulls look like they're all the same age, or can you even tell? Once you see a skull, 1,000 years between
I
skulls
mean,
is
do you
not.
want me to find out?
She's pretty good at that.
What's the yellowing on the skulls?
What's
How
the
much
radi-
dust
what's
is
the
on the?
what's the
Now, tell us about these skulls.
How many rings do they have?
I
They're
might be able
all
to tell you
about
how
the
they
same
die.
size.
I'm gonna say they
I'm
range
gonna say
from
massive head.
they do range from
massive head
sizes
trauma.
Maybe.
based
They die from
on
shock.
their
Everybody dies from
physiology of what they had before. Some could be female, some could be males, some could be just larger males than others.
Some die from
It is very hard to tell
Yeah.
without somebody having some sort of medical.
Who knows?
Yo,
These could all
I
be
got you.
Asimars.
Well, he said they're human though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they're
got-
definitely human.
I mean,
I'm
Asimars
proficient
can
in
look human.
medicine.
They blend in pretty
They
well.
got a longer
I
skull.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You want me to tell
Same
you?
with elves. Elves' skulls are a little bit
Longer.
long.
Yeah, they got like pointy.
Thinny.
How am I not
Thinny.
proficient in
Thin
medicine?
chin.
What was
Their
Oh,
cheekbones
I'm
are a lot
proficient
higher.
in medicine and religion.
Nice.
You're just a field doctor.
All you
I
need.
mean, it works.
They're-
She's the
She's my
bone.
nurse.
She's the bone mechanic. Okay.
There we go.
All right, we got one.
Okay, we got one question.
Oh, jeez.
We can think of the other questions after we.
As we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Where's my
my
sword
list
again? Okay.
again.
Unlike the
Second.
movie, the person who casts it is the one that asks the question. So as long as you guys are asking questions and she don't say nothing, the questions won't get answered.
Okay.
So
Okay. Are we ready?
Aye, Captain.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to burn some incense. I'm going to say some magic words, and voila.
that was her magic word. Voila.
Yep. Voila.
Which skull of the 11th are you touching?
Yes, which skull of the
What
11?
was
am
your
I
It's
I think
better
we
than
decided
our
the one in the
password
center.
that I-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than
So-
the password we created for our save.
I don't even know what that's.
Somebody
You know
Let me-
what? For the fuck of this, let's say the skull is
remember now.
it's center, but it's bottom center.
Okay.
It's just above the wording.
I created it too.
Yes.
That's fine. We'll
Okay.
say it's right there.
Nobody could figure out what to
But
put.
it's
It,
so
so I'm
much
like,
funnier
script, we'll
if
do
I-
that.
It is,
kidding.
but it's.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
this is just
Okay,
work better.
So,
You touch that one?
yep.
Okay.
Wake up. Why did you put the keep stuff?
You hear movement coming from the skull, a slight stone grind ish a little bit as the skull itself does appear to wiggle or move just a little bit, and then the jaw of itself drops and then closes again. You can tell definitely that it is
Wondrous item.
ready to receive your questions.
How would you know?
Hello. What does the inscription on the portal say in common?
After all these years, that's the question I get asked. Hello, what are the you adventurers?
Did you take an arrow on it?
What it says.
Oh no.
Says the dead know the secret.
So,
Now we just
what is the secret?
The word to open up the mirror. Fuck's sakes, get on with it.
What is the word?
yeah.
Isn't that the word that he just said?
The word changes every few days, but this word today is Alexandrian.
Alexander?
I
That's
don't
the
honestly.
Yeah, Alexandria.
Ask him the list of words that would be.
It has a rotation.
That's
Yeah.
Dang, this
You
we
have
don't
not
have open
updated your
now.
password
Yeah.
in the past 90 days. Please update your password.
Please update your password.
You know, form a word.
What?
What's the next password?
What's the next password?
The
Words.
fuck if I know.
Done.
That's 4. I need one more.
Do we ask him now how?
How
First
did,
day.
yeah. How did you die?
Do you really honestly care? I'm dead.
Yes.
Can I go back now?
Wait, I thought we were asking questions, not him. Did he guess?
Yes,
ask-
you may. What?
Speak with a living?
What, does he now ask us
He-
5 questions?
I mean, did it really
It
answer that
forces
last
us.
question? I mean, that's the
Can
thing.
you answer a question with a
Oh.
question?
Yeah,
That's
answer a
true.
question with a question. So I don't.
So do we have to answer his question?
More or less, you get the fact that it's a
he's
refusal.
annoyed.
He refuses an
He's
answer.
I hate it when my wife
grumpy.
answers a question with a question.
Whatever.
I'd be grumpy if I got back
Anyway.
and
It's worse
have
when
been
it's
in
ask a
meanwhile.
question, answer with a question, and then answer with a
There's
question on
another
top of that question.
Yep.
All right, so
Answering with a
I guess we
question.
know how to open it.
Yep.
So that was.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
And I
he's
touch
dead
him,
back.
and
He's
I
like-
yeah.
Ah. And the skull kind of goes back into the position. it
Now
was in.
that was a guy.
The dead speak the secret. Is that what it was?
That's what the celestial words say.
we already forgot the
The
name
dead-
of the word.
The dead know
Alexandrian.
the secret.
The dead know the secret.
Okay.
And so the secret
That's
was
a
the
lot.
word, right? And so Alexandrian. Alexandrian.
Yeah.
Just happily yelling Alexander.
Well, I suppose I could have just said the gate it opened when it said it, but you're facing the mirror. That's the one thing you had to be facing the mirror. So as you're facing the mirror and you say the words towards the mirror, it begins to ripple and shine.
That'd be hilarious.
As
if
if
we
the
took
portal
to
itself
the
opens
other
up.
mirror. With the eye.
Okay.
Hey Bart, you want to go through it this time?
No, I think
I'll go.
You'll
Boss
go?
should.
Boss goes.
Boss?
Have you been through a portal yet? Have
Yeah,
we all
yes.
been through a portal?
I've only gotten curses.
I've
Oh.
not been the first one through.
You want to be the first one?
Yeah, I'll be the first one through.
I mean, you already
'Cause I
are
have
cursed.
I've been through, right?
Yeah,
I
I've
feel like.
Would it
unfortunately
be
been
cursed
Okay,
square?
and he's been through. Both of you have been through?
Choking it.
Can you go to your map? Because your card's gone. Your card needs to go away. The time was up on that one.
This.
I've been through a
Yes.
portal.
What's going
Close.
on over there?
Close it. Down to your little lower.
This one?
I heard
Everybody's too close. I think
This
this is the
is-
problem.
Yes.
And then
you were making noise. I had to respond and making noise.
This is the closest I think we've been in a while.
So too.
just go bigger. It won't let me take it away anymore.
You sound like
I
a
used to be able to
chipmunk.
just
Yeah.
click on it and then just take it away, but it won't let me take it away now.
He sounds like a chipmunk.
Let me see if I can do something over here.
I can't do anything with it.
Because I've been through a portal by myself.
Yeah,
That
back.
I do remember that. Yep.
We
There.
can't go to that
Okay,
floor
there
ever
we go.
again,
I got
can
it.
we?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't know what happened either.
None of you know
oh
what
yeah.
happened.
No, we don't.
All you know is
There.
I came back
Okay.
with staff.
Yep.
Okay, I got it back. It took me a minute to figure that out. Okay, so
Okay.
Okay.
you're going through the portal.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
I'll go
your
through.
town.
Towels.
Towels.
Um,
Towels and trowels.
okay, you put your hand up to the mirror itself,
Uh-huh.
and you can feel some
Like a
resistance
small towel, I think.
on the mirror itself as you begin to push
Oh,
through
that
it.
was an accident. My bad.
You do eventually though go through it. I mean, it doesn't take you a minute to go through it, but you do eventually go through it. But you felt some sort of resistance upon it. There we go. I need to copy some stuff. So you get through it and you appear on the other side of what it's dark. This is a new day. Are you in your regular form?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm in my regular form. So
Okay, so you want to hit transform. It is dark in where you're at. The only light that's kind of coming off is the mirror itself as it's activated with the portal, a little bit of dim light. But it's a cave type thing where you're at.
Before we go, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
That's absolutely fine.
But do you might want to return control of Bart and Bertram to? Because I still have control of them.
Yeah, I can relink. I mean,
Okay.
technically he has control over them.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
you're on there.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
you can control
Sorry.
them at any time you want.
Yes.
That's even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might be able to
Meanwhile.
control Bart. But...
All right, moving on. I apologize. Go on.
You cannot control a noble. Okay.
That is indeed truthful.
All right.
So Priqrin's the only one that went through?
Right now,
Right now, yeah.
he's the only one who went through.
That's probably not the best plan.
No,
Probably not the
wait,
best
why you
plan
want to
at
go?
all.
Do we want to go through as well?
Oh yeah, you betcha.
I'm gonna walk through.
I go next.
Why you going next?
I don't know. Nobody else moved.
I was
so
about
I'm going
to.
Well, you go.
I'm going.
They will go shoulder to shoulder.
God damn it, Thoron. All right, Your Highness, go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll put in a good word.
Okay, give me just a second here, because
Good word.
Funny thing is, if it would have turned off when they were stuck in it.
Oh,
We're gonna go
God.
through this, and we don't know where the
Yeah.
hell we're
It
going.
Nope.
sucks you through.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
what
probably should have
more
you come
could-
back and tell it. Well,
I don't really know what's on this side.
yeah.
You can't.
Wait, hold on. Do I have?
there we go.
Gonna light a torch to see. But Bernice decided that she wanted to come through the portal. Thoron wanted to see if he wanted to come through the portal.
We don't want to leave our glass cannon alone,
What is the?
as far as we know. It's the last cannon.
All right, I'm copying some stuff and moving it to where you guys are at through this.
At
So
least a shit barn.
takes me just a sec.
2
Is it
rounds.
word of
Yeah, you're like a
What?
a ranger, almost a fighter level of defense, like a baseline.
Flip that.
Level
Come
one
on, come
fighter.
on. It's going. It's
Do
going.
I
slow.
want to?
Well,
Well, they still have pretty good
Hopefully we can
AC
get back.
at level 1.
pretty
Do I
good
want to-
AC.
I'm not blue. Dee 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 da dee da.
Let's that down just a bit, and I'll put it right there.
It's an instant.
Okay. Priqrin.
That's only 5.
All right, Priqrin, your
Yeah, it's
map
been
should
hard since-
be changing on you.
All right.
That's not what I meant to do. There we go.
Wee. Dibbidi-wee.
Let's change it back. Okay, and then for you, you'll
There's lighting.
Priqrin.
Everyone realized the new glass cannon through wasn't a good
Yeah,
idea.
you can-
Okay,
So
we're like,
the
wait a
second
minute.
come-
Do not look at it just yet. I need you to roll me a d20.
All right.
A boon is an even.
That's an 18.
Okay, so you got the boon of the card. I cannot read the card because it does not allow me to see the card apparently for some stupid reason.
Only the player can see.
Yeah. I know, right? I deal it to you, but it won't let me see it, which I don't know why it won't let me see the card that you guys. It just says steel card, but and that's it. So it doesn't actually doesn't really tell me what it is. It won't even let me steal the card. So, anyways,
They'll let us steal the card.
uh,
We're not going to.
I'll look at it in just a sec of where it's at. But the rest of you push through.
Mhm.
Going through, you said the next person was who was right after Priqrin?
Adventure Spez.
Oh, wait.
Spencer.
Thoron was the one right after.
Yep.
Okay, I get a crap.
On occasions.
Do you want this card back?
Nope, you hold on to it. I will look at it here in just a sec. I'm trying to find
Maybe Bruce.
the Thoron
Hi.
picture, and I don't think I grabbed it. I think I just clicked
Did you
something else.
Yeah. I saw you pop up.
I know.
saying-
Like, what the hell? I just tried to click on it, and it said you're stealing. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just was.
It told me to let it go, or no way.
Let it go. Anyway.
Oh, there's okay. Sorry.
I mean, your character does like to
We
use
misclick on
dash.
some. I keep changing
just
back on
happened?
maps. I'm moving everybody's to the new area where they're at.
Oh, there we go.
What if it's like a randomizer for tokens?
Unfortunately, it
For,
is
oh fuck, bud.
for those cards that I just did.
No, I was talking about the for the teleport.
I just kind of threw. It's not a very big
There we
cave. It's kind of a tight, maybe like 5 feet.
Oh,
5
real?
feet in some places, a little bit bigger in other places, but it's
Looks like a
it's
cheetah.
fairly tight.
Wow,
As
is
the
that
last
water?
one,
Or is that just a shadow?
shadow. I'm not sure what
are.
you're
Sure, it's a
seeing.
shadow.
I just see shadow. I mean, I think it's shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is weird.
where the hell
eerie.
is
Hold
the
on.
portal
Actually,
out?
hold on. The portal's right behind
Well,
you.
if we need to go
Yes.
back, we know the word.
Was it in the corner there?
Yeah, right
That's
here.
what the word
We don't know
was
what
saying.
time it is.
I mean,
We just woke up. We know that.
Yeah.
We don't know what
Who
time
knows?
we woke up or what time we went to bed. I mean, us dwarves might know because we live underground.
what's the floor look like?
What kind of
It's dirt.
stone is it?
Dirt.
So what does
You
the
know what-
portal look like?
When you turn around and look back at that mirror that you just came
What do
through,
see?
you
17
see
at the moment.
11 skulls
Yeah, that's what I was like.
intertwined with stone
Like
vines
armor, at
around a
least.
mirror.
Okay.
It looks exactly like the
right.
one you just passed through.
Okay. Well, hopefully this password will work for
Or
this
shield
side
of
too.
faith.
Okay.
Due to your-
Hopefully.
Bertram will try it.
Okay.
He's
Bertram goes back to the mirror and says the word.
yep.
Adderall.
Alexandrin.
Yeah, when you say it
Okay.
opens up.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm not gonna be the first one on this way either.
Well, do we want to go back or do we want to stay here and look around?
Say stay here and look.
Does
around.
anything look familiar? Nope. Okay.
Oh yeah, because we haven't seen this portal before.
You have not gone through this portal, no?
So we went down.
The last area was death.
The only one not in my aura,
Bertram.
Bart.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fit you all in,
He doesn't eat.
Yeah. but Bart would have
Is
been
it
probably
Bliss?
more of a head.
Well, press on.
Press on.
Yeah.
I say we look around.
That's what he meant by press on, I think.
Oh,
But yeah.
Carry on. No lollygagging.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to look at here. Dirt floor and a
mean-
round tunnel.
Unless somebody has mold earth.
yeah.
So much.
This is
so
weird.
much devastation.
Okay. For some reason, it did not show the
We
proper.
sped through that.
Warning was supposed to.
Yeah.
We're under level.
If you've ever played any
Uh-oh, what happened to my video?
Any-
17.
Bethesda game ever, you try to go through those walls. There's a
Sorry, we're just speedrunning D&D.
Something happened to the video here. Give me just a second.
what
Take this moment to.
There it goes.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, no. Yeah. In fact, this might actually be a good time. We'll just go ahead and take our 15-minute break right now before you guys move on this floor.
Already, we only played like an hour.
We could probably,
I know,
we could
but
probably move all the tables.
well, I'm just saying, let's go ahead and we'll take a 15-minute
Not
short
too
rest.
much though, because
Yeah.
behind the DM there's not much room.
Yeah. Well, just
So we'll
saying,
be
'cause
right back,
Or
guys.
this way.
We'll answer that later. All right, guys. Hey, we are back from that short rest. Thank you so much. Okay, so where you guys left off, you went through this portal. You're in a cave that you're not familiar with, and last thing was also done was Bertram checked to see if it would open up again. It did open up again, but you guys decided you want to possibly explore a little bit before deciding if you want to head back or not. So, how do you want to proceed?
Move forward.
All right. Let's see here. I am going to move you forward. Now, I'm moving you forward because, again, the cave's not very big. I know you can see this Bart, but right about here, you can't really see past that right now. Okay?
Oh, wait a minute.
So as you're the first one to go through, you cannot see your full extent of your vision because it seems to be some sort of fog.
This part so far ahead.
Can't see.
Uh-oh.
It fogged or
Has anyone got gust?
That's not good.
It's a cantrip.
So, but you can't. I mean, you can go further.
Or if it's fog.
Still. So I'm gonna continue moving you here in just a second. I'm just moving
Shape water
everybody
also.
since it is a kind of a tight corridor.
Station.
Okay, so right about here. Anything further south
Yeah, there-
from about here, you're not able to see due to block of fog.
But back,
But you can see the other cave that's right there to the left of you as you were
Yeah.
walking here. You can see that. That is perfectly fine. I will also say though, as you guys are approaching, kind of like this fogged area, you do start smelling like a stench of rot and decay of sorts.
smell that?
This cannot
Yeah.
be good.
I can't
And-
see shit.
And as I move, I'll click again to where you guys can see for those of you that came up, because right now I don't want to adjust your vision just yet. But if you do go in there, I will adjust your vision before going down there. So
Oh, there's
it's right about here. You guys cannot really see past.
Well, I can't see
It's
past that
also
anyway.
weird.
In fact, I will go ahead. I'm just going to draw a line. Oop, that's not what I meant to draw, but whatever. Right here, basically beyond the square, you guys can't
Oh,
see. It's
square,
obscured
square.
by
Can't
heavy
see square.
fog, and it does. I believe it does seem like it kind of slopes
There's no square.
down. Let me.
Oh.
Well, it's
My
because you got your
vision.
light on.
Don't really. This is not.
Have you ever
Yeah.
tried
If
using
you can't
lights
see, I don't
with
know
the
if I wanna
go around
high
and
beams
just
in
see.
the fog?
What about to the left?
I mean,
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should go.
Is
maybe.
there
You know what fog
something
lights
to
are?
the
should I go in the
On the
hybrid
ground?
mode?
Yeah.
Your sonar?
You can sonar can see through the fog, right?
Bing.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh.
I'd do that.
Okay.
And it's out to how far?
I think 60 feet.
1,000 feet.
2,000 kilometers.
Definitely not 100,000
Quarter mile.
feet.
1 million.
See,
What's the bottom of the Mariana Trench?
bats with laser beams.
Found the sun.
Bats.
Oh, there's the ocean gate.
Wait, isn't that an American thing? Bats with napalm.
I can't reach.
Oh, this is sour.
Whiskey sour?
Oh God.
Ooh, can I get one, please?
Oh, it makes my teeth hurt.
Yeah. So it's a gradual kind of 10-foot
That was my
drop.
nickname in
Yeah.
middle
So
school.
you can see that it does kind of
Yeah.
slopes a little bit downhill right
What do
there.
you see there?
You can move your token around the other place. I just wanted to put you there before you guys to let you know that there is a fog.
Not bad.
Licorice. Tasting.
Not as sour as I thought it was going to be.
It's kind of sour.
You got.
I was expecting like Warhead.
What do you see?
I don't
I
know.
don't see anything.
I don't know. It's scary.
Going to
I'm not
hybrid
running
mode and
I don't
activate
even
the
see the
sonar.
fog.
What do I see in the fog?
Again, how far
Oh,
does that go?
60 feet, I think.
I move up. I make sure I'm next to Priqrin the entire.
Oh, I was.
What's going on?
What the fuck is going on over here?
You said
Don't worry
you
about
think. Did you confirm
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It's taking a moment.
It is definitely taking a moment.
Sure.
What are we looking for?
There we go. Finally.
Wow, I saw that. You want me to call the police?
Israel, where are you?
Okay, so
Yeah, 60 feet.
okay, 60 feet.
He does it all the time.
Let me.
Sorry.
You just put your hands on my shoulder,
You
No, I
basically-
can't reach.
holding onto my belt.
Okay, so you basically
That would say his
you
tail, but
other
it's
than
sexual harassment.
the person that's behind you,
Sorry.
He doesn't have a tail.
Oh,
other than
okay,
the
never
person
mind
that's
then. Sorry,
behind
sorry,
you,
sorry.
holding on to
Sorry.
you,
Sorry.
all you see is the tunnel seems to go on a little bit further.
At least there's not. Let's just slowly
Yeah. Everybody hold hands.
Yes.
Stealthily, slowly
Do I need to cast?
move down this.
Okay, so
No, if we go slow, we can do it. We can do
I
it.
don't know. Can
Um,
those two be stealthy?
What? I can't hear you over my armor.
Clank, 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 clank.
What's that? I can't hear you over the
So-
armor.
just to be sure, nobody's wanting to see the other pathway that's not obscured
What's
by
in that
fog.
bag behind you?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, what's this path?
There is a path. Yeah, what is this path that's
Yeah,
not
what is this
obscured?
path?
Fog.
Out
The
the
fog.
It
It was
literally
Sorry,
like
guys.
to your left,
Yeah.
Hey,
behind you.
I missed that.
so if we're walking,
Well, I mean, it's there, but we want to kind of see if we
True.
can see if there's anything.
but you know Miles' curiosity.
I know.
Yeah.
It
Turns into
It's all-
an
I just
Allosaurus
want-
and
just
jumped
want
You
you
go
down
down there.
3
Yeah.
flights of stairs.
Bertram sneaks behind her.
Now I'm gonna. Okay,
Resource
guys. There's a path over here that's
Don't-
not obscured. with
Is
fog.
it of enlightenment?
The party.
No, it's perfectly
The
fine.
path of enlightenment.
Okay, so Mal is going over there,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bertram's heading over there.
Bertram's gonna stay a good distance behind Mal, but not. I mean, keep her in sight.
Okay, Mal, you can go ahead and move your character token.
Wisdom.
Be right here, and I can kind of see both. Oh, no, I can't
Well,
see
I
shit.
got a box on me.
No way.
Oh, no, that's not me.
It's a dead end.
Yep. As you approach around the bend and you head towards it, you do come to a dead end of sorts.
Where are we going? I'm just gonna
There is
I'm almost
there's nothing here on this
Scoot back.
this end. Bernice, before they get back, you do
Marco.
hear a strange rattling of chains come back from the tunnel that you guys came down.
Marco.
Oh.
Or behind us.
Yeah, that'd be the tunnel you guys
Guys,
had come
there's-
from.
Chains. Somebody behind us. There's chains.
I run.
Something.
Hold up. Let the tank come.
Please, I need help.
Bertram, gonna
Yeah,
check
go find
the
her, come
secret.
on.
Not where Mal is. It's back from where you guys
What'd you say?
came
Yeah.
from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go back.
No, I'm
Bertram
fine.
wants to check her secret.
Okay.
Is there
Those
really
traps.
nothing here?
We have a wand for that.
Kind of investigation. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's literally it's just a dead end.
We go
Now
down that
that-
dead end and hide.
Where she's at, yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
It's just dead end. I just wanted to make sure you guys explored it,
Yeah.
so you knew that there was nothing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing there.
I go back to Bernice.
I relayed to these guys that I hear. I think there's somebody following us, but I don't know how. But I just heard chains down that hallway.
Did you also hear whips?
No, I did not.
We've
Sorry.
been to that house before. Calm
Yeah,
down.
Keep us
like-
together.
Yes.
But there's
A lot excited there.
over there's a dead end. Nothing could have. What? But we
All
did.
right. Anyway,
But-
moving on.
Bertram opened the portal again. What if you brought something?
I didn't bring shit. I
Did
opened
you-
it. Didn't- Not my.
Close it? No. Does it close
Why don't-
behind us?
There's not an off. I can't shut it off.
No.
It lasts
Children,
1 minute.
Hey, we're wasting time.
All right. Let's go forward.
Sibling arguing,
Yes.
man.
Bertram is gonna hide right
Bertram
here
and Bernice.
Oh.
Bart and Bernice.
Okay.
and actually hide.
Actually hide.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay.
All right.
Really hide.
This is where we're hiding.
No, Bertram's hiding.
How Bertram's hiding?
It doesn't
Um,
sound like it's getting any closer or nothing like
Where's
that.
Bart?
It's
I
just-
see
you
Bart.
just
Bart where he is.
hear
in there?
rattling
No.
chains or
I don't know,
so.
can you?
No,
Is-
I just
is
hear
Bart-
rattling chains. It doesn't sound like it's coming closer. I think we're good.
Should we go investigate?
Nope. Let's just move
Don't
forward.
see you at all.
Is
Yeah, like
Bart
I just come in.
where he is?
Just fade into the.
You Homer Simpson it?
Yeah.
Second time you've Homer Simpson.
You're holding on to his shoulder, but you're in the fog. Correct.
I can't reach his shoulder.
Daddy likes. Okay, so you're holding on to his belt, but you're in the fog with him.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
We're moving slowly,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
half speed,
sure.
and trying to be stealthy.
Everybody hold on to everybody.
Yes.
Should we tie everybody together?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't see.
idea.
I only see bad things
If I
happen.
gotta go, I gotta go. And if I'm tied to you, I'm not going.
I have locate object, which is 1,000 feet.
All right.
No, I
Let's all
can get
stick
you
together.
all places. Just turn into a bear, start running.
All right.
Remember
Ready?
that?
Hold on.
Let's move forward.
Where did we go?
Yep. Because I'm turning off vision.
Great. Good. Grand.
Because you guys are going into the fog, and you literally, as you're in the fog, you cannot see.
Like, you'd build.
So, Bertram, you're moving up to him, right?
I will follow.
Okay.
I will stay. So, like in the obscure, you can see 10 feet,
Like,
right?
you could see.
What's the rule?
So light obscurity, because I was looking at that, that's why I asked a question about it. It says light obscurity is disadvantage on perception checks on light. It says dim light, patchy fog, moderate foliage. Heavy obscurity says block vision entirely.
Oh, and this is heavy?
It says it's heavily
You
obscured.
can't see anything.
God.
The soup,
I don't
and it
want
says darkness.
Like, the
So I just keep my hand on my
Right
shoulder.
then isn't even up.
So-
Don't touch me.
Examples.
Yeah.
It says examples are darkness, opaque fog, and
Actually, though,
dense foliage.
Bertram is fine because he can hear.
Yeah.
So-
He knows where
Yeah.
Mal is.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you see?
Who?
He can
He-
hear.
He has echolocation.
Yeah, he's got echo.
He's got sonar.
So he is right now the only one I'm not really shutting vision off on.
Jesus.
Don't forget the
Yeah, that's why I was like, "Ooh, I can't even see where we've
Technically,
been.
I'm not really.
Fuck.
We're all going to die.
I think
The second this happens,
I need-
I'm casting.
How does none of us have
Actually,
dust?
let's see how long this has.
What the hell? We are the poorest spellcasters on the planet.
I have support spells. That is pretty much it. They're all concentration.
and
Except for
your
command, I guess.
orb doesn't help either.
Yeah.
It'd make it worse,
So-
honestly.
I think so.
You know, like
Uh,
fog when you turn
yeah,
the lights
yeah.
on?
So
It's terrible.
yeah.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
I just need to know what sounds and what are you making in order for your
Yeah, it's definitely
your
a
echo.
clicking noise.
It's just clicking. You're just doing
Yeah.
some sort of
Holy
click.
shit, that was creepy.
And it's dark as fuck.
Well, I don't even know where my
Yeah.
person went.
Yeah, because vision's completely off.
It's just
I
gone.
hear that in the dark. I'm shooting people.
She does
Make that sound. What are you talking
I stand by my safety.
28 on stealth.
Yeah, squirrels don't wake up at the night. So
No.
I just behind Mel.
That'd be some like
Oh my god.
I'm kind of moving you guys
Daylight.
further down. I'm just trying to move you to where I don't
You wanna
grab
go
my
myself?
square I just had.
I saw that pussy.
Give me just a
back
sec.
there.
17. Well,
You may not be in the actual marching order you're in, so just give me a minute.
Well,
here.
can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Who
Well, that's
knows?
good.
We're all holding on to
The
each
only thing is I
other.
know is I got Perkins' belt. Just
Okay.
I think
Suicide
Thoron,
pact. Suicide pact.
Suicide pact.
I keep it in my left hand
I
because my
think,
wall's
uh,
not right there.
Suicide pact. I can't go.
Okay.
Thoron was next to
So
me.
that comes to my next thing I want to ask you. You got one of your characters, Bart, holding on to his belt. How are the rest of you linked up?
Touch hands. Touch hands.
Only with my massive perception listening to her steps.
Unless you go stealthy, or
Yeah, I
So
saw,
I mean, she can try.
I
I
guess
saw your passive perception. That's just like.
okay. So here's also the thing. As you guys are going in, you know that Priqrin's leading the way because you can kind of see, but you are getting kind of like little clicks you're hearing going off every so often.
We've experienced this before.
So in different
Yeah.
I don't know if
different
he has.
ways. Because
Yeah, I don't
he
know.
may also he may use other
Yeah.
sounds or something to relay information to himself to see echo wise. But how the rest of you link
Bertram
up?
doesn't. I mean, look at the
Doesn't
hair on the
release
neck.
that
Like
kind of
he's just
Spider senses are
You all
tingling.
But yeah.
listening. Just
I just hold on to Bernice's backpack.
Okay, and I'm holding on to Bart's shoulder.
Extend the
Behind
legs.
him.
and then
Activate.
Thoron's between. Where's Thoron at?
I'd probably be
Behind me, maybe?
behind you, yeah.
And then Mal.
Or behind Mal.
No, Bertram's behind Mal.
Yeah, I'll be behind Mal, sure.
Then you'd be behind Bertram.
Wait,
Okay, so
you're in between. You're in
Yeah,
between
I'll be in
Bernice and
between.
Mal.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
be
be in
between. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll use extend the legs so you think I'm.
Where's this,
Just
Yeah.
monstrosity?
Bahst, where are
He's
you?
between-
Where do you
I
Oh, Jesus.
That's on par for me.
So
Yeah, pretty
he
much.
knows.
Kid at Walmart.
He knows.
As you turn around and you
You
make a click noise, you do see your party all right there, and you probably see one person going, where you guys at?
Walk 2 feet forward.
I walk 2 feet forward.
And you run into somebody.
Who do I
You
run
wanna
into?
be-
I go down.
Bertram.
Like,
Literally,
Touching
the
down.
way I have it right now,
I can't see it,
and
so-
only Perquin can see it, is I got pretty much Bart right next to Priqrin. Behind Bart, I have Thoron, and then Bernnice, you're to the left of Thoron. Mal, you're to the right of Thoron. Behind Thoron, I have Bertram, and next to Bertram, I have Bahst. And that just because of the.
So Bahst and I are walking next to each other.
Bahst and Bertram are walking next to each
So
other.
I just I have a hold of you, let's go.
Okay.
Not that I'm any better, but at least
As far that's how I have you guys set up right now. It's just randomly put you.
my focus is kind of following, but Bertram is also listening, further back.
Okay.
I can't see, but
So you do see, as you're moving a little bit closer, that does look like it forks off a little ways ahead of you.
it's here.
At least another 40, 45 feet. It does fork off.
It forks off left or right.
Did you say that you do?
Crap.
Keep going.
You going left or right?
Hold on. I dragged my
I don't
block.
know. When you get down there, let's look.
Let's-
Is the fog clear?
No.
No.
Do you see it clear? Darkest.
I don't know.
There we
I'm
go.
pretending that
Yeah.
I can't see.
Here, Bernice can see.
Bernice, oh, she can? Did I forget to
I'm-
shut your
I'm-
vision off?
I'm pretending that I can't.
I appreciate
Just
that.
shut the computer for now.
Nope. She can't see now.
I need to.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. And there we go.
Hello, darkness.
She was the one token I didn't click on and shut the vision off. So, you come to a fork in the road, right
Take
here.
it.
Sure, but it's a spoon, unfortunately.
That's a ladle.
Yes.
Is it Fizban's ladle? Wow. We want to go left or right?
Which one looks better?
Hold on a second.
Click down there and see.
Oh my god.
You're going Kinder mode over here.
Okay. As you
I love
approach this intersection, all of you can hear, because I didn't say you're deaf, you hear
Before you go. Thunder smites
a call for help
Oh my god.
You could maybe
coming from the left
So
tunnel area.
here.
You hear
Mhm.
over there.
How do you draw people in?
Mhm.
Create a fog and then yell help in the
Yeah,
fog.
yeah.
Yep.
What do you see down there?
Nothing.
and it'd be mostly Bart and Priqrin that definitely hears it right away, but I'd say the rest of you probably hear it. But you do hear it coming from, and just hear a faint help me.
Last time we
You
had
see anything?
Toad.
I mean, one of them looks like it's just a room, like a small little offshoot that then continues down further.
Where the
tunnel.
help me came from? Do you see anything down there?
I do not.
Is there more fog?
The help me
Is
came
it-
from this side, correct?
Yes.
And was it in common?
Yes.
Was it a male voice or female voice?
Hard to tell if
So
it's
it's
maybe
both.
young or whatnot, but you heard it.
I mean,
I'll say it sounded more
Divine
more
sense.
more female. Possibly.
Divine sense.
I mean, you can't see them.
No, it's a sense.
Oh, it's a sense,
Yeah.
like a smell.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
aura of smell or whatever. It's the paladin spider senses.
Yeah, that's a good way to
What's
put
the
it.
other side look like?
that is evil.
Like a kidney that then continues. I mean, it kind of
It's a
looks like
kidney
a
room.
kidney.
We are the kidney stones.
The
Oh.
kidney.
On the left, it splits off again.
Oh my god. Too many forks.
Which one do you want to do?
Not enough spoons.
To
That's
the
why I have
left.
different forks.
I think we should go towards the help.
The help?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess
Okay,
the one to
anytime
help.
we have someone that needs
Right.
help, it's a person
As
that's
you
not
get closer towards where you heard the help, you hear it again faintly coming from just to the left.
another fork.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I said there was a fork there.
This one,
What comes
the
around
top
goes
one.
around.
Okay.
Tell you what.
We're gonna head up that top one.
Okay. As you get to this top one, Priqrin, you notice as you do your clicks,
and stuff.
it looks like a cave in, a rubble or something right here. A bunch of loose rocks, stones, and stuff.
Isn't this the way you heard the help?
Yeah. It looks like it's caved in. I wonder if they're on the other side.
No.
Can I use message and send it through the rock to see if I can find anyone?
Okay. If you knew the person, I would definitely allow that. But since you don't know the person, it's kind of like a blind reception now. Oh,
Are they accepting calls at the
they're not
moment?
accepting calls at this moment. No, I mean, you could certainly try, but you're probably not going to get anything off of that.
On this episode of Pyramid Schemes.
Every job you work is.
Yeah, I mean, with that
Yeah,
spell, you have to
yeah.
point your finger at a person.
Well,
or a thing, right?
I
In a direction, but
I can point it through walls and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
if I kind of have to know where that person
Yeah.
is on the other side. And depending on how thick this stone is,
You're right. And whether they're standing up or down below, right?
laying on the ground.
or in the middle of the
Yeah.
rubble.
So,
You just want to call out?
No, you not.
Yeah?
Hello? Is anyone home?
Do you need assistance?
You got that button on you, don't you, Bipolar?
How
Bear
long have you been
fucker!
Have you fallen and can't get up?
Do you need help?
so
What if we have help?
If we're the help, we need help for the
Every
help.
time I hear
Did anyone fall?
I'm thinking of
you did not hear any. It was faint as to begin with,
Let's do
and
it.
almost sounded slightly weakly
Oh
the
my
second
God.
time you heard it.
No, I don't like it.
I don't like
Maybe we can't go forward. The rubble.
Yeah, you can't go forward without with the rubble there, but I mean,
we remove it.
if you want to spend some time and start digging through the
Do we
rubble,
want to spend
No.
time?
Nope.
No?
Nope, we've done this
That sounds
already.
tedious.
It's not a no.
Alright.
mm-mm,
Wait.
Hey,
it's
Mr.
not.
Paladin,
Nope.
We don't have
Would-
Walder.
I got
That's a
an
cantrip.
I know it's a cantrip.
So
We've tried to dig through shit.
Mal has
before,
an
and
idea.
it
What?
didn't-
I
have- what's your idea?
Not do it.
I have what's this spell? Thunderwave.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Fuck that, bud.
I don't
So
know.
what if I go next to it and cast Thunderwave?
We'll all be deaf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Be ashamed if someone had
We
earthquake.
will be blind in the middle of fog.
Yeah.
Right
Blind in the
also,
middle. It's going to be
You're
like
15 feet away from me.
projectiles of just
Yeah.
rock and.
And
You
what
don't
if it
understand.
caves in? You need
And
it.
we helped.
It was a good.
Well, it ain't
it
our
was-
problem
And then
anymore.
we're trapped
Is that your mindset?
He's like, look, they're 15 feet away from me.
in a
Nice.
closed, condensed
Yeah.
cave
Hey,
where sound travels.
Yes, that's a good suggestion, but no.
what about a fireball?
That is a hard pass.
She's trying though.
Oh.
Well then,
I could take the fireball, but everyone else, that's
yeah, we could.
I mean, what are you trying to do with the fireball?
Trying to get the wall down.
No, get through the
Well,
rubble.
why don't we ask Gorbachev? Maybe Gorbachev
Who is
can
that?
Bam.
okay, Ron, Reagan, calm down.
Isn't there another branch over here though?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, let's go down
Check
that
out.
branch.
This thing might come back around on itself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't know anything.
Nope.
We don't know anywhere we're
I
going.
don't even know where I am anymore.
Well, none of us do.
Well,
So.
All I know is that I think
ability.
Thorn's in front of me.
we absolutely don't even know if we're on the same plane.
Nope.
I mean, we could have gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
So.
are we planeswalkers?
Could be.
Oh my
This portal could go anywhere.
We could be
God.
looking dead for all we.
Well, I
We
mean,
walked
it's
I've
all
been
big
dead
and died.
before, and this
This
is
is
not
like
how it feels.
fever dream. So
Is that why it's so
Anyway.
foggy now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we died.
let's go to this. Let's go down this other fork that you said
In
that
the reverse,
exists. Let's forget about the rubble. Let's go down this other fork.
I can't forget about the rubble. It's
What about
rubble.
Barney?
All right.
No.
Wow.
So,
my God.
Rubble scum.
there we go. All right. So you're back at the fork. So you're abandoning helping whoever is calling for help.
Well, we're trying to. We can't just go that way.
We can't go that way. Sorry.
And we don't have the magical flute.
I mean, if they're not calling out at this point, they're probably dead. All we could do now is.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
They're
let's go.
probably
So you
dead.
decided you're going to proceed on
That's what I
Yes.
said.
to the right of this
Yes.
fork down instead. Okay. Yeah. As you're proceeding down through this, because I can't like just walk you guys down there because it thins really bad. So you do notice that a lot of you
Fine,
guys,
Steve?
are, instead of being in an almost square
To find Steve.
type of formation, you alter it just a little bit so you can squeeze through because some of you start bumping into walls. Here's the nice thing, though. As you progress further, I will be giving your vision back. As the fog seems, instead of being a kind of like a wall, it seems to now only cover the floor of this. So it's like, it's almost like it's doing this little motion. It's like it has a wall, but it kind of like fades down into just being a floor, thick floor. You won't be able to see your feet or anything on the floor itself because it's still
God, I
thick.
can't see my feet.
Yeah. Well, for those that are short, they probably can't even see their
You'll be able to see your
knees
feet.
to whatever, because it is up high. So you will get your vision back as you go into this next section. I will turn the vision back on for people here, so just give me a sec. Almost like I should have just made copies of your tokens. In fact, I think let's just do.
Yeah, limited vision.
And then I'm just going to copy, and we're just going to paste you outside the dungeon right here. So you'll probably see a second token that is outside
Oh.
of the wall.
Spider-Man meme. Oh wait,
I don't
sorry.
even see the
So, all right, token vision on, I believe. Here, who is this one that I
I love
grabbed?
They just Spider. That's literally what they
Oh,
do.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, the
That's the
Spider-Man
first thing they
movie.
did. They put them in the costumes and made them do that.
Okay, you have dark vision, don't you? Both of them.
Bertram has dark vision.
Oh,
Okay,
he's got
Bertram
double
has
sight.
dark vision up
Or,
to
Bart's
how
got
many
double
feet
sight.
again?
My bad.
Does he have up to 60 feet?
Bertram has.
Which one shall I pick
No, I
up?
think it's more than that.
Which one should I pick up?
I don't know. You at least
Eyes
can
of the
see
Dark,
your
120 feet.
I see.
I don't know which one's which.
nothing.
Oh,
I don't
I
even
am
know what
typing
my
on the
vision
wrong
is.
keyboard. There we go.
Whoops.
I don't know what I just typed in another one.
Oopsies.
Okay, and I'm just going to hit save on that right now. Then go back in it and
90
make sure I don't need it.
degrees.
Because there is one other way I can do this as well. That might be easy.
Bart has devil sight to 120.
Okay. You did have a lantern at one point on. Where you shut that off now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. How about, just to make this easier for my sanity, I'm going to warp back over to the last place you guys were at. And we're just going to copy some tokens and repaste them. Then I don't have to really mess with your vision again. That sounds like a plan, DM. Thank you. All right.
Welcome.
A-list plan.
You gotta love copy and paste, right?
Control C.
Like
Control
half
Z.
of my job at work.
Oh my god.
Except for when your clipboard fails.
The hand.
Yesterday at work, my clipboard
Oh
failed.
my god.
I couldn't copy and paste. I had to restart my computer.
You couldn't even
Okay.
pull up the clipboard?
One of the systems that we
I
use is
couldn't-
so
I couldn't
old.
control C, control V, nothing.
Hey, I get to kill some of your characters right now.
Yay.
Oh wait.
Rip.
And
Sorry,
sorry.
I will only one.
There.
Oh my god.
I'm in the wall. I don't know what's going on.
All
I
right.
am the wall.
In the wall.
I just
Russ?
it's just how you guys were before, and I'm trying to get some people out of the wall. So give me a sec here. I think you're all
I'm
out.
practically suffocating the wall.
Please don't give them ideas.
Okay, I think I got everybody out of the wall. Let me throw. I know you were further ahead, but I'm going to throw you back there because I think you were slightly in the wall still. Okay, so you guys come out here. You do notice that you pretty much exit what feels like this wall of fog that was there, and you come into a room where the fog is now just resting on the floor of the cave system, and
That sucked.
Wow. That was no fun.
it is
I'm
still
going back.
pretty dense and heavily fogged. Some of you can figure it's good couple of feet thick. But you do see 3 natural pillars of rocks that support a 20-foot high ceiling.
It feels.
The fog itself takes on a red tinge in the area between the pillars, each of which is painted with a fearsome image of a 20-foot tall minotaur painted in blood.
Minotaur.
Okay, I'm
Wow.
taking my what's it called? Navigation.
Nugget biscuit, nugget
Photography?
biscuit.
Photography. Yes, that's
Now, again, you guys aren't in the center of this. You just see it out there. I'm just pointing that out, unless somebody's wanting to
And
investigate.
so Bart can now see around.
Here, I'm gonna drink. I'm just gonna I'm gonna draw a line where that wall kind of is, where it kind of it did not do that. Right, there we go.
We're kind of wait. Did we come in from the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're kind of backwards order here.
Yeah, I just copy and paste you, so the order kind of got out of hand a little bit there. Sorry. But right where that yellow line is, if you can see, that's where the wall of fog begins again.
There we go. Now we're kind of back in the order we should be. There we go.
Okay.
It was just Bart and
Yeah, I just
where you going, Thoron?
I'm trying to figure out where I would have been, but now I'll just go back here. Okay.
he's just walking around.
We hear anything? Everybody, shut up. Do we smell anything? Can you smell that?
You still smell the smell of rot, decay, and death.
I wonder
Can I
why.
use a survival check to see how long? Like, because the smell actually has a progression. How long
Can
the
I-
rot is.
Sure.
15.
Doesn't smell fresh, but it doesn't smell old.
Did you just smell
Majestic.
the tree?
I mean,
Yeah.
He's like this.
Don't look
oh,
at
it
the
still
comments.
smells like shit. So
Oh, I thought it smelled like death.
Cooked shit doesn't
We'll
smell
move
good.
forward.
It smells real bad.
move
Cooked shit
forward. All right. Where at?
Just like we're gonna slowly move just forward, okay?
Go here.
Okay.
Where you think you're going?
Okay.
Everybody.
No, that's fine. Bart
is it one of
progresses first.
Yeah, and just slowly, just looking, listening.
Okay.
This big old room.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
No, thank you.
As you step into that that red hue triangle.
Wisdomium.
And yeah, and anybody really
And you're a paladin, so you get that +3 anyways.
if
Right?
Nah, I know.
Oh no, yeah, that's 6th level, isn't it?
and like I said, there were markings and paintings and stuff on there, so
Well,
This is a seance.
do
Run,
you want me to roll a D100 or do you want to roll a D100?
son of a bitch.
well, I love rolling deep.
All right, I want you to roll a D100, please.
36.
That's how many enemies come across us.
That's how much damage you take.
Okay.
I walk into this red mist. Just,
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, what is going
Come
on?
here
Oh,
real quick.
shit.
Oh, wait a minute. What, I gotta come around the corner?
Yeah, you're gonna have to read this. So this gets added. And that's what you have.
Okay. That's what happens?
It gets added. Yeah, it gets added
5 health.
to your
Lay on hand.
flaw.
Plus, I'm just
It's disease and poison if you use 5 and or.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just looking around.
Yeah, basically just growls or
Bart?
whatnot. Yeah, however you want to interpret that, but yeah,
Yeah. Just
I like that.
you hear me just
Yes.
Bart?
Is this
What
normal
did you
for your
do?
brother?
Nope.
You've known him pretty long.
No, I have not.
Why is Bart growling?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. I'm going to move.
Kind of,
to
he kind of
the
even
edge.
squats down, just kind of starts stalking through the.
What are you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is he one of those people?
You know what? That sounds great. How about we move you another 5 feet or so? Since you said you kind of moved a little bit. Yeah.
Kind of just stalking down.
I'm going to step up
because he's so tall anyway.
5.
You could practically lay down in this, and you'd probably not be seen
Like,
Because you're how tall?
Short, because we're short dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, short for dwarves.
You guys, I think you only see about a foot of them
I'm
sticking out.
3'10".
Yeah.
So you don't get your
You
head
see
on
about a
that
foot and
door?
10 inches of them sticking out of this fog. And
So
he
he's-
lowers down, so you see like almost less than a foot. He kind of crouches down a little bit.
Bart!
Well, you see him, just less of them now.
What,
What
the
are
hell
you
are you
doing?
doing?
Let's go.
what?
Let's go.
No, let's not.
You just keep
Yeah.
slowly just.
Moving forward.
Oh God. Should I cast Hold Person?
But you come back over here.
Wise man once said using command.
I say,
I
when
don't
Bertram
know.
says, "Why don't you come back over here?" He kind of stops and looks back. Doesn't even say anything. Just motions forward.
Just usher them forward.
Yeah.
No, come here.
He's got his weapon drawn, is what he stated. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at drawing.
you can draw sticks.
And stones.
Those are
And he
weapons.
just doesn't go full speed.
Yep.
Just continues to just
I-
stalk in
Saving throw, wisdom saving throw of
So you're gonna go forward.
Yep. Just and it's
Um,
just slowly.
wisdom
and-
saving
and
throw
he's
15.
Just looking, stalking.
So Thorin's going forward.
No, him. Wisdom saving
Oh,
throw 15.
he's telling. Okay, so
I have to make a wisdom save.
that's where I was trying to figure out.
I
what
said
you were doing.
it. I already said
You
command.
say so many comments, dude. I can't
Well,
tell
you
what
just
you're
know
doing.
you're gonna command
Yes, I
me.
did.
He said,
he
he said
did.
what? He
Oh,
said
you
a-
did?
You did
Yeah.
say something about command.
He said a
And
wise
it's
man
my wisdom
fucking
saving
command.
throw, and I'm casting command.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
A
okay.
15.
I heard something about command.
Would you roll? Is it above 15?
I rolled a natural 19.
Fuck. Here goes the spell slot.
So 24.
I'm going to attempt Hold a Person.
I have no idea what's going on, but it
Is there a
sounds
way to
Well,
go
you
around?
see Bart slowly, this fog is
Mhm.
2 feet thick. It's 2 feet. And
Bart's
there's-
3'10".
He's 3'10". So you see about a
Like, way
foot.
deeper.
Yeah, you see about a foot and 10 inches. But he just now started crouching, and he pulled out his weapon. I'm relaying this information to you.
Well, I have my weapon. I mean,
Yeah, he
I have
pulled-
my
Oh, you're
my
okay.
maul,
You
my
just-
magic weapon.
Yeah, you saw his weapon out. He looks more of a stalking aggression.
I'm crouched down.
Crouch down a little bit more, so you see less of him now. It's 2 feet fog wise, and he is 3'10". So
Yeah.
you see less than a foot of him, and you just see him. Come on.
I don't want to.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
It was in saving throw of 17.
Oh, what is that?
Oh.
That's a 13 plus
Ooh.
5 wisdom saving throw. 18.
Son of a bitch!
Why didn't you get your roll in the first
You
place?
keep shrugging these spells off you left and
I
right,
just, yeah.
and you just hear the growls just get a little bit more.
Oh yeah, but you didn't hear that too. I mean, I don't know if you did. You hear that before? Just,
Oh, it has to be touched.
Yeah.
Brother!
What if it's like,
What
hey,
is
Bart, I wanna
going
go this way?
on?
it just.
Oh, you can't be,
No.
Yeah,
you can't be charmed. No, you're a dwarf.
he's not an
Yeah,
elf.
not an elf.
Can be-
How dare you?
I guess I could.
And as we go, I
trim
just continue
20 foot
moving 5
radius.
foot.
Nope, that's
Yeah.
not gonna work. God damn
Sounds
it.
good. You keep seeing him go further and further.
I'm okay with it.
All right, this might sting.
I'll go with you.
You dumb.
I
Wait,
may try guiding bolt.
Oh, never mind.
when you say you go with him,
With her.
oh,
I don't think she's going in.
I thought she was like, oh, this is going to hurt us. I thought she was going into the
Oh, I'm
thought.
gonna step one more 5 feet more. Am I
We
in the
don't have any
fog?
visual.
Yeah, you're
representation of
the
the
fog's
fog
still
is-
there. You're still there, but you're not in the red
Red.
fog just yet.
Okay.
You're like right at the line of
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna attempt guiding bolt at him. Maybe jolt him out of. Sorry.
I can't
What
use
level?
Bane.
Just,
He's a charisma
first
saving
level.
throw, and he's got
First
high
level
charisma.
guiding bolt. My God.
Dirty 20.
320 hits.
Fuck.
Holy shit!
Ouch. Sorry.
See, this is where
14.
Do I get a save on that or anything?
No,
No, it's
guiding
just
bolt.
straight
Sorry.
And now you're
It's-
lit
now
up
you're lit up.
in a
14
greenish gold color.
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
I'm so
Sorry,
shy.
brother.
Time for Bart seems to slow down just a bit as he gets hit by this guiding bolt,
But he's lit up so we can see him.
and a voice rings in your head. So these are your allies that you trust. Yes, yes, I understand.
All right.
They clearly do not.
I
And then
turn.
it goes
Alright.
back.
I turn and just flex.
All right.
All right,
And
And I start and I charge towards her. I roll the dice.
Shit. I get in
Oh,
front
shit.
of her and I'm gonna attempt
Hey,
to
no.
grapple her.
No,
Cool.
we,
You get
no.
in front of her. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh shit! No!
And I start running towards her.
Wait.
I don't know if this is.
12.
I hope I'm playing it right.
You're doing this. You got 12?
You failed.
You failed. Roll a die 100. please.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I full movement for a round, and I was walking, so I don't really know where I came from, but she was the closest one there.
I don't see the other one.
Boss comes up into the thing.
400.
So I'm gonna
I
roll
think that's
I
4.
think
to
that's
see who I attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
3,
4.
004. 0004.
004?
Yeah, you got 4.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So you'll pretty much almost step around him as he's trying to grab you. You said a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I have you come over here, please?
Oh shit.
You know what the best time
So I
fighting
guess
is?
I
In
leave
fighting.
the fog. I don't know if that makes
So,
a difference. Too.
Yeah, I was
This-
well. That's good then, because I drew you out of the fog. And
Gets
that's what we
added.
needed.
To you.
As I
So he's
charge
still,
towards
he's
her
still,
with my ball.
Yeah.
he's still in the fog.
What is the second
So,
one?
but hopefully, if I can
Can't be
backpedal, I can get him out, and he can just still
What do you
follow me.
Is that
And
what
What on the screen?
opportunity attack
On the
for me,
screen.
non-lethal.
That?
No.
Yeah.
It's added to.
Hopefully.
Who knows?
That
You,
gets
you can,
added
you
to
can
your.
say it's non-lethal.
Anna, your
Yeah,
I'm
tactic
using the
attack
butt of my axe
and your
Yeah.
to stop his
That's
relentless
I think
avenger
that's
to stop
just
half
It
his
fits so
movement.
perfect.
It does.
We can trip him. We can try to trip you.
Number one,
Okay.
workplace accidents and slip, trips, and falls.
Trips and falls.
Okay, so he stepped in
Okay, so he stepped in, and Bart's coming
because you
towards
said
us.
you got a 12, right? Okay, even with his, you still failed because you get a +3 for saving throws. You still failed.
Shit.
Damn.
Dang.
Bart probably. I mean, he stepped in. You sidestepped him to right about there. That sound about right?
Yep. Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I saw both of the enemies,
Can be
or
as bad.
and I just attacked it, and it
And so can I? Well, I don't know because you're behind me, so I backpedal into you. So I'm trying to. My goal is to get him out of the fog. So, but I want him to chase me. So can I backpedal while he's coming after me?
what we're going to
I'll
end
be
up
moving
doing.
back with you. I'm gonna move over to here.
What
I was
we're
just
going to
saying,
end up doing is we're going to roll an initiative.
Okay, that makes sense.
Um,
I'm good with that.
I'll move myself back.
on this, just mostly because you shot him. And his initial short reaction was
Right.
charge forward too.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
and then we'll
Yeah, I get it.
resolve anything in there.
Oh, okay.
Works from the blade. You're right out of my.
All right.
All right. All right. So we're looking at
22.
20 and higher. Hold on, I'm waiting on Bertram.
30 plus 30.
Yeah, that's 30 over.
Okay.
Whoa.
Bertram, what do you say?
26.
I'm saying him.
Anybody higher than 26? Okay. 26 for BB.
Yeah, we all know Bertram's going to
That's
Right.
kind of why I was waiting for him. All right, you two. What'd you get?
22.
And-
21.
Okay, so 22 for Priqrin, 21 for Bahst. Okay, 15 to 20.
16 for Bart.
Anybody higher than 16?
Yeah, 17.
18.
Okay, so 18 for Thoron, 17 for
This is
Bernnice,
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
and then 16 for BF, correct?
16.
16, that's what, yeah. Then that leaves Mal, I think. Mal, what'd you get?
10.
10, okay. Okay.
What's your dex?
Okay, BB, you kind of saw, and you're definitely hearing a lot of this happening. You just saw all of a sudden Bahst charge forward in front of Bernnice as you heard her fire off the spell, plus now you're hearing
Bait and
the
switch.
voice or what sounds like Bart rush forward.
I added. I voted.
And we'll go with that unless I kind of feel like your strike might have actually gone off before we went going for
Which one?
Bart.
Oh, when you
Either-
swung at me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
fair
that kind of
enough.
That's like a round and then we
Yeah,
go.
and then we go. I mean,
so
fair.
so let's go ahead real quick. BF, do your attack roll and what, and then BB will start the top.
Yeah, eating popcorn, seeing it happen before it happens. Like, I know what's gonna happen. It's the alert feed.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually makes
22.
Yep.
22. The hit that hits. All right, roll roll whatever damage you.
A 12 points of damage.
Okay.
All right,
Second attack.
Okay.
like
Ooh, 16.
Nope.
Oof, you say?
I rolled an 8.
I got my shield up.
Yeah, the first one you're just surprised. That
Yeah.
it went.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, then BB, you saw this happen. What is BB going to do?
Shiza. This is an interesting for BB.
Hmm.
Oh no. I can't wait for.
So okay, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bart has a magical, spectral
Yeah.
weapon almost. It's not even a real weapon, right?
Right.
It's
Okay.
a thing, right? I guess I conjured it there.
the pimple.
Can it be disarmed?
It can be thrown though, can it?
It can be thrown.
So I think it could be disarmed.
All right, Bertram is actually going
But I believe though it's supposed to come back to your hand at the end of your turn, correct?
to. I don't know. Let me look at that real quick.
Because I believe you can throw it and then it appears in your hand either at the end of your turn or.
It does, yes. 'Cause it is
It's
improved.
just a
Okay.
Improved.
So I would say if it was disarmed on your turn, that's outside your turn. It was disarmed at the beginning of your turn. It'd probably come back.
Okay.
I mean, does that?
I don't think that Bertram would know that. I mean,
Right.
he's never seen that. He's actually going to use Mage Hand to try to just disarm. Because Mage Hand says that I can manipulate an object.
Okay.
I'm going to try to just. I mean, it may not work.
No.
But
Give
just
it.
that weird, like, what the hell am I going to do? Just.
Yeah. No, for sure. We'll give that a try.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, it is going to be bad.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen.
I suck at drawing triangles. Go ahead and I guess
It's only a triangle as long as it.
manipulate an object. I want to say it's going to be a strength versus strength, isn't it?
Required
But it's a spell. It's not really
Yeah.
my strength.
for different types of triangles.
I think it may be just
This one is
an acute
And it's a weird
It's
thing.
a-
It is weird. I like. I want that. I want it to happen. I just gotta.
It's
We gotta
a
figure out.
cutie patootie trail, isn't it?
It says that a spectral floating hand appears. The hand lasts for the duration unless you dismiss it. The hand vanishes it. You can use your
Actually,
action to
it's not
control the
It stops
hand.
right here.
You can use the hand to manipulate
it's
an
a
object,
rumpus.
open a locked door, stow or retrieve an item, or pull the contents out.
Wow.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just what do you think about
There
a
is an
percent
imposter
chance of it
among us.
happening?
That would be fine. It'd be like a. It'd be almost like a DC chance then maybe. How about we? Well, why don't we do this?
Now.
If percent chance sounds good. I'm thinking almost a roll to hit, and if it hits, it disarms.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Yeah, we'll just roll to hit.
Roll the hit using my spell attack.
Use your spell attack.
And what's the? I'll just roll and then you see.
Yeah, well,
I rolled a 19.
yeah. You all of a
A
sudden,
little sus.
those that are in front and see Bart, you all of a sudden you see this hand just come up, and it almost looks like a fist, but just hits Bart's hand, and his spiritual weapon flies off. It doesn't really make a sound when it hits the ground or nothing, but you see it leave his hand. He is no longer armed.
Ooh. That's gonna piss him off even more.
And now there's just this hand.
God damn
Just-
it.
right there.
Disarm.
Oh my gosh, you said you made
I get it.
What?
I know.
Bertram's mage.
Yeah, it's mage hand.
Oh,
Nice.
Is it from the rogue class?
It's from the sorcerer.
Okay, I
So
just
it's
want to
not-
make sure it
so
wasn't
it's not
like a trickster, because it would be invisible then.
No, it's a sorcerer.
Okay, so it's there.
But it's a shadows.
So that's what
Shadow.
Bertram's gonna do.
Okay.
Welcome to the shadow realm.
Let's see, real quick though.
You
Am
help me.
I'm within 30 feet. Bertram's gonna move up just because
Okay.
next to Mal, and then he casts a spell as he's next to Mal. You see him casting.
That.
oh my god.
You're like, wow.
Oh my god.
You can cast spells?
You can heal?
Not yet.
Perquin, I got you up next.
All right. So
The reaction.
we know what's
to,
going on.
First level. or second
Those three. What does he look like? Does he look like he's starting to look the same as Bart did?
level? You didn't RP your characters.
I didn't have a chance to.
That's fair.
Right now, no,
Okay.
he looks about the same that he normally does. Yeah, because it kind of it's kind of happening here. So on his turn, whatever is happening to him, if it happens, it's going to happen on his turn. So you just saw this happen. A mage hand just flew in, punched the weapon out of his hand. Bart is still just. I
What'd you
guess.
roll, by the way.
Something. Yeah, he rolled a 30. Okay, he's numbered 36.
Okay.
So he got a different one than you
I'm
did.
gonna hold a dodge.
Okay. All right. Then if that's all you're going to do, then it's going to go to Bahst.
Okay. I instantly rage
Okay.
and I scream, "Goblins!" and I swing
Okay.
at him. The one to the I can't remember which
He's
That Bart.
one. Bart. Yep. I swing my great axe at Bart.
Oh.
I
And
reckless.
fusion
makes
said
sense.
attack everybody around you.
8 plus 7. What's
Instead of
that?
Fuchsius.
15.
Fusion says attack
15,
everyone
is that it?
around
No.
you.
Okay, I move on and I attack Bernnice.
Oh, is that a short joke for calling them goblins?
Yeah, he swung over his head, probably.
22 to hit.
Yep.
And he was aiming at a goblin.
So, 6 plus 6. Oh, 7. I got 14.
Okay.
All right.
All good. Gonna happen.
I'm
Something's gonna
screaming
happen.
goblins, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh, okay. That's interpretation. Is that all you're doing then? Moving, running away.
Oh,
No?
I'm angry.
Okay. All right, Thoron.
Like my eyes went bloodshot. Like
like I pop blood vessels angry.
Oh, Jesus.
And
okay.
Bart, yeah, you just saw him swing and miss at you, and then he hit your sister, and yeah. So that happened.
Okay. So if I'm here, I'm not in the thing.
Right. I drew the red out.
5 points of lay on hands to neutralize poison.
To who?
One right here.
That to Bahst?
Yeah.
Okay. Bahst, Thoron just touched you,
Can you show me on the doll?
and tried to do something. You saw his hand. You saw his hand kind of glow, but
That's
nothing
my
happened.
action.
Do I get a reaction for this?
No, not really. No, it's just
And
just
bonus
for you to-
action.
okay. If you're really claiming
You get-
goblins, then you just saw a freaking goblin come over to you and touch you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh.
You're next, buddy. Sorry.
So, but yeah, nothing happens when you use lay on hands for removing a disease or poison.
Oh, you know what though? Bahst attacked me.
Oh
And
yeah.
it missed.
Oh, he did miss, didn't he?
But he has advantage. 'Cause I'm glowing.
Yeah. So you get to roll one more time. He is glowing.
I forgot about that. That's good.
That's true.
I did hit him with guiding bolt.
Shit. I do hit him.
I mean, he did it recklessly, but yeah, you got an extra die because of the thing. So yeah.
Okay, 2d6 plus 7.
Hang on. Here.
14.
Okay. Now you're not glowing anymore.
Yeah.
14 points of damage.
By the way, since I hit both of them, everyone else has resistance. That's my spirit shield. It just says a creature other than me.
Okay. Resistance to what?
Yes.
Everything.
Okay.
I don't know how this works.
I think it's.
You were
I thought
allied.
that only applied to the last one you hit.
My bonus action's
What did it say? Did you put
Shield
it
of
up?
Faith
I'm putting it up.
on myself.
Yeah. You're doing what on yourself?
Shield of Faith.
Okay. The first creature you hit with an attack on your turn becomes the target of the warriors.
Wait, you put up spirit shield and spirit. And it says which one?
Ancestral protection.
It's
spirit shield.
the first one.
And then I move back one.
Okay, so again, it does say the first creature you hit with an attack.
So I have disadvantage.
So it'd be him. You split it between the two, so you can move it to her, or we can leave it on
It
him.
says the first creature you hit with an
I
attack.
do see
So,
first
yeah,
creature.
him, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we're going with that. So then
So I have disadvantage on any attack that isn't against him.
yeah. So if you attack anybody else, it'd be at disadvantage. But he did just smack your sister as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna play that.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to turn out.
And neither do I.
Yeah.
And when the target hits a
Thoron,
creature
can you
other
leak
than you,
what you just
which is
cast
me,
for me,
with an
please?
attack, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Yeah.
Because I did hear you say you casted something on you. I just want
And
Shield of Faith.
Shield of
Okay. On yourself, so you gain a +2 to AC. Are you sword and boarding this right now, or are you two-handed weapon?
Sword and board.
Okay, so you're at 23.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, right now it's you guys that need to know what his AC's at. Okay. Is that it for you, Thoron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved back. one.
Yeah, I did see you move back. You're still within anybody's
Yes,
melee range if they're wanting to attack. Bernice, and then Bart.
Okay. So grabbing Bart and trying to drag him toward me is an action, right?
Contested strength
What does it
check
say?
because you're going to try to
Is it just a
grapple.
touch, though?
Trading.
It's yeah.
So you can just touch. You don't have to grab.
Okay. Well, but I want to pull you out of the
Oh,
fog.
that's a
Yeah,
grapple.
so it's a grapple.
So,
So
okay.
it'd be either it's your strength versus either his strength or dex.
No, I'm gonna
Oh, that's
tell him.
Bertram. Never mind.
Because Bart can either strength it or he can try to
Oh,
dex
Okay.
it.
definitely athletic.
Because I was gonna try.
She's strong.
I know.
I was gonna try something,
I
but I
bet you
can't
guys
do that
will
at the
my
same
range.
time.
Yeah, you gotta do
Okay.
one. You gotta
Yeah.
do one and then
And,
Like,
and
by
then the
aura?
other.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell-
attempt to pull him out of the fog.
Okay.
So that's a strength.
Not,
Yep. Strength athletics versus his strength and athletics.
I guess
if- if
athletics.
Not then.
So 16.
16 is what you got to beat.
Cuckoo.
I was gonna say that looked low. Okay, so you currently have them. You
Okay,
do have some
I'm-
movement. You can move back.
Yep, I'm gonna move back.
Okay, so you're gonna move back to there.
Yep.
All right.
I'm pulling
then
him with me. Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
Nope.
while
And-
moving back, it is at half speed, so you'd have 10 feet of movement, so you'd have 5 feet left.
That's it.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Let me see. I don't
He's
think I have anything.
still
else.
seems to be acting the
Fright,
same
fright,
right now.
The fright.
What do I have? Bonus action.
Vengeance.
Bonus?
Yep. That was bonus.
The BA.
I think what you had is a good idea.
Okay,
next
I'm gonna
round.
wait and just hold on to him.
Okay.
Try to hold on to him. Yep.
Yeah, he's still grappled. That's fine, because guess what? It's his turn.
All right, I'm going to roll the role play this. I'm going to roll percent 50-50 to realize that they're my allies and maybe not attack, but 50 that they are.
So 49 and below,
that
and
they
then
are.
50 and above?
Yep.
Okay.
And 50 and above that they are not.
Okay. If it's high, they're not. If
Yep.
it's below, you realize
Yep.
they are. Okay.
So it is a 16. I realize that they are my allies.
Okay.
Uh,
And by the way, your weapon is back in your hand.
oh, yeah, because it just
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh.
on my turn. Is that cool? I mean, I don't know really how to play this.
I mean, you're still growling, but you don't seem to be hostile to them.
Yeah. I just,
Okay. I still have a hold of you.
Yeah.
Like.
Is he prone?
No.
no,
Mm-mm.
you just drug me out.
Yeah.
I'm grappled.
She pulled him out of the red,
Yeah.
the red fog that's right there.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. No,
I just
that's absolutely fine. Mal, you're seeing this happen. You saw all this go down and happening. You're seeing boss screaming goblins and swinging on people. What are you?
See, I told you they were insane.
I mean, you're not wrong.
What are you gonna
but
do?
I don't know.
Do you? I'm gonna yell. Well, never mind. It's not my turn. Sorry.
You don't know?
I mean, I'm not in this mess.
Yeah.
This
Well,
seems
can-
the twins and Bahst.
Thoron's up there.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Thorin's kind of glowing with his magical faith shield.
Home protects. What can I say?
He's got a Trojan on.
Dodge.
Doge.
Doge. Perry Doge.
Evade. Evade.
Perry Dodge.
Awesome.
Perry.
I don't know.
Freaking all.
Very slowly.
I have no idea what I want.
You can hold.
Up,
you can
down,
wait.
up,
You
down,
can
left,
do
right,
whatever.
left, right. Kick, punch, kick.
No. Why is it?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to like
Okay.
Dwarf.
All right. That's fine. BB, you did notice that Bart seems to kind of calm down, but he still seems to be growling and whatnot. What is BB going to do? His weapon is back in his hand.
So the mage hand lasts for a minute. It's actually still out.
Yes, it is still out.
Instead of trying to disarm him, just like knock it over. It's gonna come back. I watched it just come back to him
Mm-hmm.
as that goes.
Does he know?
That's crazy.
Like a musical in head.
Bertram wants to
All
move
day, every
around
day.
All day,
the
every
back
day.
here.
I can't think of any other songs. It's the same 10-second clip of one song over and over.
Oh wait,
and
I'm not
over
gonna go into that fog there.
Yep.
But just on the corner here. And I'm gonna. I'm actually gonna try to hide.
Okay. Go around the corner and try to hide.
Jesus. 19.
19.
What'd you roll? 4?
You crouch down a little bit further, securing some more of yourself, as well as hiding behind kind of one of the pillars. Again, it's one of the pillars that is has imagery painted on it. which is definitely of
Got
like
some
blood.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
effects.
But yeah, as far as you can tell,
Yeah.
you're pretty well hidden right now. So that's what
I
Yep.
got
he's gonna
smacked.
do. Okay. Perquin, have you figured anything out?
Have I figured anything out?
Yeah, of what you want to do because you're next.
I am next. Yes.
Boss, you're right after him.
Know what I'm doing.
I feel like I got yeah. No, I didn't. It's
Bernnice
just,
is
How?
She got the vision.
Shield. She's like, I finally get it to you.
I'm gonna cast at 4th level.
Okay.
Rated her invisibility on
perception.
Thoron here.
Oh, okay.
So you can hear me, but you can't see me.
So
You are now invisible.
Clank, clank,
here's
clank,
the
clank.
funny thing. Y'all don't see him, but the space of where the fog comes to him is gone, and all you see is like a hole or a circle
Oh,
in the
that's
center of the
hilarious.
fog of where he's standing.
Hey, we're
But you don't see him.
What the heck?
How tall are you?
yes,
Yes.
I am 4 foot something.
Okay, so yeah, probably his belly or so is.
You could see the outline.
I got
of
the
your
stilt
guy.
on, so I'm like 4 foot. I think
But
I'm
yeah,
exactly
but
4
you
foot.
just see whatever lower half outline that would make from the invisibility, but the fog's right up against him. So.
Description.
And he's invisible, so anybody attacks him would have disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
even
5
though
foot with stilts on. So
They don't know if he's like going like this or whatever. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Aim
one.
for the nuts.
5'1".
Anyways, so yeah, you cast invisibility on him.
Uh-huh.
Anything else you're doing?
Nope, nothing else.
Cool.
Nothing.
All right, boss.
Lost is gonna attack BF.
I can see you. You can't see me. I know.
Okay.
My great axe.
And he is not glowing. So are you doing this recklessly?
Of course.
Okay.
16 plus 8.
24 to hit.
40.
Who?
He's attacking him.
I'm assuming that hits.
Maybe. Well, honestly, maybe.
10 plus 7. 17.
Is this to hit or damage?
Right.
Damage.
Spell
Okay,
that.
so he did 17 points of damage.
Oh.
And that is including your rage damage on that? Okay. All right.
All right. All right. And here comes the other one.
Same person?
Yeah, because he disappeared. I'm just.
No, not him. He did.
Sorry. He
Yeah.
disappeared. I'm finally angry.
Okay.
He's the closest one. I
Yeah, he
can
disappeared and you're not taking the time to see the outline. So yeah, it's like, well, that dude's gone. Let's just keep swinging away on this. Oh, sure.
15 plus 8, so 23.
23 did on that one.
Image on it.
18 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. What, greater visibility?
18?
Being invisible.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Neener, smell it.
Yeah, what's great.
Neener, smack. Stop hitting yourself.
Nice thing what's greater, you can attack and it won't drop. So that's nice.
Next, I need somebody to be able to
Hey,
cast
beat
silence
me.
on me on top of that.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, is that it for you?
That's all I can do, yeah.
All right.
little bruised.
Thoron, your invisible
Thoron.
dwarf self.
I
Thoron.
keep yelling goblins, by the way.
Okay. It is your turn.
I'm the goblin here.
You know, last time you touched him, you tried to put in remove poison or disease or whatnot.
Poison, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
what matters.
didn't work.
Yeah. Oh. Movers. That's a 3rd level spell, and I'm not wasting that on this. I only have 3 level 3.
Oh, shit.
Worthy enough yet.
All right. Toss a hunting trap behind him. I wouldn't. No, I won't do that. I'm just gonna shove him.
You're going to attempt to shove boss?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna end terribly.
I have advantage
So do I.
on.
Strength saves.
Yeah, it's
Why are
strength
you
versus
doing
strength.
Yeah.
Why are you shoving him? Why don't you pull
He's
him
trying
out
to-
of the fog?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to pull him out, but that's also a grapple. That's a strength, right?
Yeah.
It's still strength.
It's the same. It's the same
Same,
contest.
yeah.
And I gave you advantage, so
Yeah. Would That gives me advantage also.
I don't know. Maybe does it?
I can.
He's going he went reckless.
So I already
Oh,
get
you're
advantage.
right.
So he gets advantage on
Yeah.
any attacks, and this is technically an attack, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
no, it's not your
No, it's not a
turn.
reaction.
Okay, sorry. Move on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So you're trying to pull him.
I thought I had something set for this. Is that a bonus action?
Resistance or saving.
I'm looking for that bonus action.
What bonus action were you looking for?
Feature. Channel Divinity.
Okay.
That only gives me advantage. Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1. Win.
What'd you get?
That is strength. What'd you get?
16.
Oh yeah, I win.
You win.
Yeah.
What,
You're coming with me.
what did you get?
I got your ear.
What did you get?
I got that was strength. That was
I'm
18.
I'm curious. 18?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine.
So you pull me towards you.
This-
You don't
This-
know who's pulling what or anything. You're
No,
just like,
I know.
What direction are you trying to pull him to?
I'm going to bring him with me this way. He's going with. Come on.
Okay. So
Come on.
I'm right here.
oh shit! I just moved
Wrong.
the triangle. Yeah, grab that.
Oh.
No, the fog's moving. No. No, yeah. Sorry. I think that's about where I had it. Okay. Yeah, you pull him out.
All right.
You pull this guy out, and he's screaming goblin still.
muffled screams.
I got you.
I cast pillow.
I have a pillow.
Silence.
It does say it supersedes whatever you did have.
Supersede.
Yeah.
Superseded.
Supersedified.
Whatever you did have, this takes over.
Oh, okay.
So until
Yeah.
whenever. Okay. So you pulled him out.
My old flaw was I'd rather eat my armor than admit I'm wrong.
That's about right. Yeah.
Well, right now, this is what's happening right now. Bernice,
Yes.
it is actually your turn.
Yes,
Sure,
and
those
so
I'm assuming you're done, right?
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
You grabbed him, you pulled him out.
Yeah. I only had 10 foot of movement. 'Cause it's half.
Right. So that's it for you.
Yep.
Okay. Then yeah, Bernice.
well, I still have a hold of him. My hand starts to glow, and I'm chanting some words, and he starts to glow a gold, and I'm casting remove curse.
Okay.
That's a third level.
That is a third level spell.
Yep.
Okay. Bart, your growls and bestial
Where's the lance
behavior that
here?
you've been having seems to start subsiding as you start going back to thinking you'd rather eat your armor than admit that you'd be wrong.
I'm not wrong.
For doing what you did, you're not wrong. Yeah, your snarls and everything else that you were experiencing kind of go away.
Brother.
He still has kind of a slight growl of disapproval of whatever just transpired.
Why are you
You
Touching me. Touching me.
But
put me down?
I'm not touching you.
it did work. There was only one other thing that could have happened that could
is
work
that place?
also. But
Right, greater.
so
You ever reach your armor?
but you still got boss to deal with.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast. Well, this isn't gonna be much, but I'm
You
gonna
already
cast
cast it.
bonus
You already
action.
cast.
Oh no, you're right. Sorry. Sorry.
That's fine.
Anyway. Moving on.
Okay,
I got
is that
it.
all you were gonna do? You touch your brother?
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Yeah.
And
no.
you lifted.
Yeah.
For you,
For you.
you see a red fog kind of just leave his armor or his gear and kind of just seem like it rolls back and pulls it back into that triangle.
Okay.
So yeah, BF, your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Do I remember?
Yes,
Was
you
I?
remember everything.
Like,
that just
I'm
The
happened.
21st of September.
Repeat the question again. Sorry.
No, I mean it's not like it was a like out of body experience. I mean, like I realized I was I
That is
realized
also
I was
racist.
maybe cursed, and I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, you felt something just kind of take over you,
yeah.
and something because laws stand out.
Yeah.
That took over, and that's what happened. So you
And then I
definitely
remember Boss beating the fuck out of me.
Oh, and you remember hitting your sister too.
It wouldn't be
Yeah.
the first time.
Oops.
Well, you remember
Wait a minute.
he
It's
also
okay.
hit
Wait,
your
no,
sister.
I
It was like-
remember that she blasted me in the back.
yeah, and that's what pissed you off, which started this whole fucking fight.
But then I remember taking
Yeah.
like 5 shots from like
Yeah,
what,
from
3
Boss.
shots from Boss.
Yeah.
Just and with what
Great axe.
Great.
It's
Great
great
axe.
axe that he still has in his hand swinging around.
okay.
No one decided to get rid of
Like I said, you saw him. He hit you, but you also saw him hit your sister too. I'm just saying, you saw all this go
Yeah.
down. It's
So I come out of it and like see Boss and I just grab the great axe. I
okay.
just tried to grab it out of his fucking hands.
Yo, we have the same
This
idea.
Okay, so we're going with a strength versus strength
Yeah.
contested. Okay.
I think he has advantage, but you don't have
I win.
advantage.
16 plus 8.
Oh damn.
Oh, Jesus.
I was going to say, you probably got advantage on it because he did go reckless last
Oh.
time, and he still hasn't attacked yet. So I'll say you got
Advantage?
advantage on that.
24.
Oh.
It's tied.
Tied.
That means that
Who's-
you win. That's
Whose
the
strength is better?
18.
Here plus 4.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
that's how I would.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Uh,
grabbed
Vic-
it.
Victor goes-
Asshole! Fucker! Son of a bitch! Give me the goddamn
So apparently in your mind, you're just seeing this goblin.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, if that's what's going down, then that's how you spend your turn.
Yep.
Okay, then now
strong enough.
now it's
lifting him up and his little legs are kicking.
No, I'm just screaming to him.
Yeah.
Asshole! Son of a bitch!
It was a good attempt.
It was a good
So as a
attempt, yeah.
bonus action, I like to turn into a bear.
Oh fuck.
Okay, I
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
don't have your
yes.
bear icon,
It's fine.
so that's okay.
And then I stand face to Bahst. And I try to take his axe.
It's a big ass goblin.
Ooh, it's a big
Just stands up on its head and just.
furry goblin.
It's a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
This is a hairy hobgoblin.
Yeah.
It's a were hobgoblin.
Oh god. A were goblin?
It's going to be with advantage. He did go reckless. It still hasn't been his
The were
turn.
hobgoblin.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
The were hobgoblin is under there.
Ooh, you might have a chance here.
Ooh.
No, I don't.
The
Where'd you get?
were
Wait,
What?
Lucky?
Oh,
Did you see this?
What is it? What'd you get?
I got 2 8s.
double
I got an
aces.
18, so you have a good chance of beating me.
Yeah, you get a re-roll, I believe, one die.
Well, they're both 8s.
Well,
Well, re-roll
re-roll
one of them.
one.
Yeah, reroll 1.
What's your modifier?
Wait, that's a bear though,
Yeah,
right?
that's a bear.
Total.
Wait.
I got a +4.
So do I.
Oh,
What?
my
No,
strength.
no. Natural 18 on her die, right?
Yeah, natural 18
You said you got 18 total?
Oh,
So she'll have
22.
22.
Plus
plus 4.
Oh,
got
22.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So
You beat me.
Champion.
this bear, with its mouth, just grabs your freaking axe. After you shook off one goblin, this hairy, big-ass goblin apparently grabs your freaking axe, shakes around a little bit, and then yanks it out of your mouth, out of your hands.
Oh my god.
You are currently disarmed.
Okay.
Oh.
I said currently.
You don't have the right to bear arms.
We did not mean for you to arm the bears.
Kirkwood, if you wouldn't mind standing up and going outside the door.
He has taken over mine. I double you.
Kirkwood now has to leave. You're in timeout.
Ultimate of dad jokes. Good job.
BB, if that's all you're doing,
Yeah, then I just put it behind my back.
well,
Nice.
you just toss it behind you.
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as possible.
BB,
You're seeing
you're
bears.
seeing this shit go down.
I see this shit go down. I see Mal, the bear, jack this fucking axe out of his hands, toss it to the side. I take the mage hand and just
Let's drag it.
Completely out of reach.
Now we're mad.
Another like 5 feet,
Yeah,
5 feet away.
Just away from just. Oh, from both of them, like.
Hold on.
Now
It was on the ground.
Blade. Bertram the Blade.
I need you to roll perception at disadvantage.
Because it's.
It's on the in the fog.
Because it's in the
It landed on the fog.
Now,
You heard
now he's
Kinda
blocking
heard-
Ching, ching. Yep.
his
Yeah,
axe.
it's still gravel,
borrow your
dirt
axe.
type of sound, but I just
Disadvantage.
disadvantage because it is in a
We
very
know it's in
If I-
this region.
If I didn't use lucky,
17.
I would have had 12.
yeah. You definitely moved it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I see
called
it
the
land
number
and
right
just
for it.
immediately the hand just
I was like
Yeah.
18
and drag it away.
Precisely. So yeah, you kind of know about the whereabouts of where it is since you're the last one to move it. Is that all you're doing, BB? Then
Yep.
okay.
That's an
Bertram-
action to,
Yeah,
move that. Wait, isn't it? Yeah.
unless it's a bonus action. I forget if Mage Hand's bonus or action.
You got sir.
You can use your action to control the hand.
Okay. So you still got bonus action if you want to rehide.
Yeah.
Try to sink lower into the fog.
Yeah, I'll rehide.
Okay. Oof. Nope, not any better.
But you can't
It's even worse.
17.
It's
It's
high.
a little bit worse because he had to manipulate.
I mean, I rolled a 6 at the 17.
His worst is like my best.
Okay, so
My passive perception's 11. I still don't know where you are.
Yeah.
Bertram, it is your turn, and after that it's going to be boss. So what you doing?
But you can't see me either. Wait, what's your passive perception?
I think
Bertram?
Yeah.
18.
at this
Maybe you
point,
might be able to see me. I'm in.
because he's still
visibility.
grappled him, right?
Is it teal?
No, he never grappled.
No, yeah, he pulled you out. He pulled you
Oh,
out.
that's right.
Yeah,
So you're
so-
technically still grappled under
Yeah.
my.
Okay, I'm just going.
I still have your
Some-
ear.
Wait, who grappled him?
I did.
Thoron did.
Oh,
So I
That's
have
also
his
why you
ear.
guys-
She grabbed it.
Yeah, he's also invisible.
That's kind of why you guys also had a disadvantage or
Yeah.
advantage on the whole going for it. So,
All right.
but yes,
I'm going to attempt to punch him in the face. See if we can't knock him out of this.
Keep giving him
It's gonna piss him off.
You guys can't-
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and punch the.
Also, I know it's a weapon, but since you're doing a melee, if you want to add any of those
Oh.
d6s to the damage,
yeah.
I'll allow that.
Okay.
Since it is a melee type of thing.
All right. And I have advantage because he attacked
It
reckless.
still
right?
hasn't been his turn yet.
And
So
he's
yes,
grappled.
I
So
can
maybe
pay.
he's
grappled.
So is that double advantage?
No double advantage.
That was a dirty 20.
Occasionally, I throw out an extra die up there. So yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and then I'm going to use 2, and it was d6s, right?
We keep hurting the. the
Yes, you
one
can
in
use up to
rage.
2 additional d6s.
Okay. So you'll take 1 point plus 7 points of fire damage.
It is reduced to 3 because you have resistance to everything, correct? Except for psychic, while you're raging.
No. I have resistance against physical damage, like slashing, bludgeoning. I
Okay.
take the fire damage.
So it's the wrong barbarian. I'm thinking that where you don't have
Go to the
resistance to
bear.
everything except. Okay, so yeah, so 7 points of fire. So you guys literally see most of you guys around. You see him punch, and then there's this burst of fire erupts out of his knuckles and claws, and then just singe him.
You're not fire.
That was a mistake.
Anything else you want to do?
Nothing else.
Okay.
You don't want to move?
No.
No.
You're
You're grappled.
Yours. It is your turn. You're still grappled. But it's your turn. You're disarmed right now with at least from one weapon.
So if I get out this grapple, it's my whole.
action.
You got to use your action to get out. Yes.
Or you can just punch.
Can
Unless-
I just punch?
Yeah. Or you can switch weapons if you really want to switch weapons.
No, I'm gonna just go ahead and punch this guy who threw a fire punch at me.
So the scaly goblin,
Yeah.
all scaly goblin.
Blue scaly goblin.
Furry scaly goblin. You're a hybrid, aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah. Reckless again.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, no, you're not furry. You just got sharper teeth and stuff.
And there's a fuzz collar right here.
19 plus.
You got
8.
the
Sorry.
27 to hit.
70.
27 to
chest
hit.
punch.
No, it's just flat 18, 19, yeah.
You're punching, right?
Yeah.
Your punching should still have something. I thought.
It says, unarmed strike, use similar force and deal bludgeoning damage to.
It's a plus 8 to hit.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it is. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, I hit no matter what on that one.
Yeah.
Plus
So that's
5
one.
damage.
Yeah,
So it's 5 points
I
on
can't
her.
even do anything with shield. Stop that. You're gonna punch me.
Okay,
Punch
so
me back.
All right.
so
I'm gonna
five
punch again.
points.
Because you get that
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
strength. Proficiency.
16.
16 does not hit.
He punches the first time, but you stumble a little bit, and he missed with his left
What do
hook.
I take from the first one?
5
5?
Straight 5.
Okay.
5 points of bludgeoning. All right. You doing anything else? You still got this
I got
invisible
nothing.
force not moving. You know, you feel this invisible force holding on to you.
But
Stilt's engaged. I'm as tall as you now.
Well, we can say that happened
I
at
don't-
one point
I
in
don't
time. But I think
understand
that's
that.
an action.
You don't
I
understand.
I never said I
no, I don't
collapsed.
understand what's going on with that. I just see
Okay.
goblins everywhere.
That's going to be your downfall later. Anyways, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Thoron.
Don't worry, I'm tripping him with the said stilts and making him prone.
So
Are
you
trying to
got
make him prone?
Yeah.
him grapple. You're going to try to throw him on, shove him to the ground, basically.
Yeah.
So it's
you gonna lay
another.
on top of him?
It's another strength versus strength.
Do I get advantage or no?
He is reckless. So sure, yeah.
I use those two again.
I beat you.
Bye.
I-
Oh yeah, you beat me. So
okay.
you're still grappled though, right?
Yeah, essentially he's. I think he's still grappled. now.
You move 10
You're
feet
trying to
away.
shove him.
Wait, you can't
I can move
move
you.
and grapple.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I just have half
Am I
movement
going with
speed.
Grapple is. I mean, you're going to go with him. It's
You're
still
coming
movement.
with
It's not. It's
me,
not
buddy.
not attack. But
Let's go this
He
way.
can still move you with him.
5.
I think I should get a roll for that.
So he was trying
You're
to-
gonna be right
He was
here,
trying
buddy.
to. He's trying to put you down, but you're stopping him from doing it. But he's still holding on to it. He's just going to drag you.
Instead
with
of tripping you, I just brought you with me.
Just fall down with him.
Am I right there?
I
him.
don't.
I can't move the token. I keep moving other people's tokens. So yeah, you'd be right there, and you are being moved. Not by your own force, by
Yes,
somebody else, so nobody
no
would get
opportunity.
opportunity attacks on you because you're not willingly moving, so you're being forced to move. It's just like if he would have just shoved you away, not everybody can just go aha and attack. You're not moving away willingly, so you just feel this force kind of pull you away from the scaly goblin and the two
It's a
short little
barbarian
goblins.
trait to be
but you're still
grappled
next to
and
that
pulled away.
But it is fine. Thorn, is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
Bernice,
Bernice is going to attempt
to end the madness?
Yes.
Please do.
It's too far.
It is. Gonna attempt to guess touch your shoulder, touch your head, and her hand starts glowing, and I'm gonna cast remove curse again on
Bonk.
Yep.
The board.
the spirit bonk.
Okay. It doesn't say anything about having to be a willing creature or anything. So, yes, once again, you see coming out of his loincloth or whatnot, this red fog
From his
that
nose.
just kind of it rolls out and rolls back to the red triangle fog.
You might see one as a practitioner now.
Your flaw now goes back to where it was, and your anger is subsided.
Okay.
You're still raging for right now, but
I
Bernnice, was there anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Funny thing is, I got you closer to your weapon.
Yeah, you saw Bernice go up and did the exact same thing she just did to you to him. He's still in a rage form, but
Where'd the goblins go?
he doesn't seem
That's right,
seem
As I'm
angry.
like eye to you.
I mean, he's still
See you.
I'll let
You still got
oh,
that,
yes,
you know,
yeah, no.
heavy
He doesn't
breathing
say
going,
that.
but he is kind of subsided.
Am I invisible for
We're
good?
standing now,
It's forever.
and where Mal is and where the axe was.
Is it
where,
like
where
8
did
hours
the
or some
axe-
shit
where
like
did I
that?
pull the axe to?
What's
Then,
happening?
I think you moved it.
A minute.
Well, this is BF.
Here.
This is BF's turn, not
Oh,
BF.
yeah, okay.
BF does not know where the axe went.
BF sees a bear, and I'm still trying to decide if I'm pissed
This
off.
great
at-
axe was too small. This
'Cause
great
let's see.
axe was too big.
He hit your sister.
He hits you several times.
Yeah,
he
he
hit your
hit me
sister.
several times, and yeah, I don't. I realize that there was some shit going on,
Okay.
and I see him not. Well, I saw her cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
But do
I
you know
stopped
it worked?
flailing, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not flailing around. I'm like,
I mean, he's still got
Step
that
in the
rage
red
breathing
fog.
going on.
Yeah.
Like he's not like.
I just prepare. I'm
It
gonna
seems
move,
like a control
Full
range.
I'm gonna move up next to him,
Okay.
and if he attacks anyone, then I'm gonna hold an attack.
Okay.
If he attacks, I attack.
Okay. Sounds
Like,
sounds
we keep
reasonable enough.
hurting the angry guy. So
Mal,
lasts
it would be
longer. I'm just like-
your turn.
no.
I'm just like,
I just stare
If they would have just stopped hitting me, the rage
Actually-
would have ended sooner.
like
I would rage.
anger, like the angry stare. You know?
Okay, you're just gonna angrily stare.
Yes, at him.
All right. This
How's that
bear
any
is just drooling from its mouth as it's just staring.
you hear
deeply.
rustling, full plate armor.
Okay, so that's it for you. That's all you're gonna do. Okay.
It's a free action to
BB?
soil yourself, right?
So I know where the axe is then.
Yes, and you do realize that Thoron is really fucking close to it.
So is he standing on it?
Yo,
Or
real-
Practically almost standing on it.
Oh, jeez.
you-
and this one's still
You
kind of coming
see-
out of rage,
Yeah,
or he's still raging.
he's still raging, but it seems more of a control rage than a swing violently
A manic
rage.
rage.
I want to go I want to do stealth.
Mhm.
I want to go over and just like remove the axe, just like, but have the axe with me, but like so that he maybe doesn't see that.
Okay, so stealth
Yeah.
type of
Sleight of
thing.
hand.
Yeah, that would be sleight of hand, I would think.
Well, I mean, technically it's still in the fog though, so he can easily kind of just move it without really sleight of handing it
Oh,
because
that's true.
his hand can go
Yeah.
underneath.
What I want to do is stealth, so he doesn't see
Yeah.
me go do it.
So
okay.
I'll say a stealth check on that one.
Roger,
Makes
roger.
You know where it is, so it's not disadvantage because you know where it is. And I think your boots give you advantage.
Yeah, and say
So-
when I attempt to conceal myself from enemies, slink past guards. Okay, so
Yeah, so I'd say you get advantage for sure. Well,
dirty 20.
dirty 20. Okay. Move here. Your character would have at least moved right about here
Okay.
for sure.
Rolled an 8,
And then
9.
9.
and then if you want to attempt to move further away, you can. Otherwise,
I just want to I'll move one away and just kind of, and I kind of just have the axe like behind, I'm
Okay.
kind of concealing it. Just
that sounds reasonable
You have
enough.
your carry concealed permit.
Priqrin. Yep. Again, you're seeing a more control rage. He doesn't look like he's going wild over here, wilding out.
He's not going buck wild anymore.
No.
This ain't my first rodeo.
So, but he's still disarmed and
All right. I think I'll just hold the dodge then.
okay. All right, that brings us back to Bahst. What are you doing?
You're still grappled.
The fuck is going on? Where'd all the goblins go? Where's my axe?
So I'm assuming you drop the rage
Oh, yeah,
and everything. Okay. Until he realizes his axe is really gone and he goes back into another fight. Okay. With him dropping his rage and getting back to his turn,
Seriously, I want an answer.
Thoron, was there anything else you were gonna do? If you had
Well, the second he dropped his rage and everything, I was going to.
did anybody
Okay,
see
so you
that I
release him?
snuck the axe out?
That's a good point, but I don't know if anybody other than him would be looking for his axe. So
The mist is
I honestly don't care.
passive. Almost want to go with passive perception just to even see if they even noticed if you were trying to do anything.
14, but no one's gonna beat his 20.
Yeah,
Bernice,
definitely not
Bernice
gonna-
could.
30.
Bernice is kind of facing that direction anyway, so
You watch me just
she
slink up against the wall and just lean on the axe.
she sees you doing something awkward.
Yes.
20.
Jesus.
You're welcome.
But otherwise, I don't think anybody's passive is going to
What's your
notice
insight?
that you were trying to do anything. since they're not
Jesus.
actively trying to see you.
I mean, hell.
so yeah, other than her, I don't think
Actually, though,
anybody.
if I reckon a minute.
Okay.
I can use my bonus action to hide.
He's gonna go.
Because you don't use my action to stealth and
You
my
stealth
bonus
across.
action to hide.
Yeah, sure,
Jesus.
sure.
Wow.
Does it beat hers?
Oh, yeah.
30.
30? Okay.
I can't
He's
see
just
that.
20?
in the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have the axe up. I just got to have it down, and I'm inside the fog.
Bernice, all you saw was Bertram went over and then just
Become one with the fog.
Yeah, full on bathtub full of bubbles. Just
He ramboed it inside in the
I-
river.
you're almost on your hands and knees in a way. It's like 2 feet or whatnot, but you're down far enough that nobody can really see you, and you can barely make out the people in front of you. Okay, and Thoron, you said you'd let him go for the fact that he dropped his rage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it would have been okay. And that's where we stopped for Bernice removed it.
Let's not go that way.
Yeah,
guys.
that
Yeah,
was
let's not go that way.
Can we
I stand by my fucking statement. What the fuck
You can
is
hear
going
me.
on?
Yeah.
You walked into the fog, and the fog made
I
you
point that
angry,
way, and you're just like,
you attacked everybody.
Where?
oh.
There was no goblins.
No.
No.
No, you're the goblin.
You're the
At the end of the
Yeah.
day,
You're
you
still
were
there, you
attacking
can't
the
talk.
fog.
No.
There was no goblins. You were attacking the fog.
Who
That
here
would be
is
an exception.
proficient with religion?
I think I am.
Do you think?
Religion.
Yes, I'm
Oh, yeah,
proficient in
yeah.
religion.
same.
As a
too?
paladin, I am not proficient in religion.
That's
As a
weird.
paladin, I'm not.
Okay, could I
a
get
vengeance?
anybody who's proficient with religion to go ahead and
dead.
roll for me, please? A religion check.
15.
I'm not
15?
proficient. That was an accidental nat 20. I just rolled it off the table.
22.
You both.
Both of them?
After you guys get done with this little bit of skirmish or whatnot, you start looking kind of at the paintings on the rocks on these type of pillars. The paintings themselves represent Tiamat, a horned king, and
Me neither.
with the
I
way
trust him.
your
less than
two
else.
allies
That's saying
acted
something.
and everything, you have a feeling that somehow he is tied to that red fog that is in between these pillars.
Don't go breaking this one too.
Breaking my heart.
God damn it. It's like the second the last word came out, that's what I thought.
That's what I thought too.
So that's kind of what you get off these pillars. So
We got no pillar of autumn.
it's just funny how you two played out
Yes.
your thing.
Amazing.
Perfect people.
Is
Yes.
yeah. So as you guys walked in, the two of you kind of felt, like I said, felt something kind of take over your personality and change the way you thought about stuff, and that's kind of what came out and everything else. You know exactly what happened. I mean, nothing really changed. Yeah, maybe your imagery of the goblins were gone, but it makes sense. There was like 7 or 6 of these goblins, and there's 7 or 6 of these your allies, and then one bear, Harry. It makes sense to you what the hell happened, but
Barry Allen.
It all clicked.
yeah,
immediately.
nothing went away. You didn't just lose whatever just happened. It all stayed. It's just you're more clear back to your normal self. So everything that just happened, you remember exactly. But that is where we're going to end for right now today. Is you guys?
One more thing.
Oh,
I was gonna
yes.
say, yeah,
Go-
can
no,
I
that's
heal?
fine.
Can I heal before we?
Sure. Yes, you can heal. Before.
I'm gonna give him 27 points, and he's gonna get 26.
And then what were you wanting to do?
Bertram wants to. 'Cause
Okay.
he's
Yes.
in the fog. He's gonna stay in the fog and just come up right behind Bahst. Like,
Jeez.
will you? Can I have him do perception to see if he sees hear myself?
Sure. I mean, he probably.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think.
I sneak up behind him, just because I love to just. You drop this.
Jesus Christ.
and then Thoron appears.
And then that comes back to mouth. Oh yeah, I beat you.
So the invisibility drops.
Yeah.
The bear
You got
form
lucky.
drops. You heal.
What did I take? 26? 27?
28, and he got 20.
I did.
Or no, 20.
Give him the more. I need like 7.
Yeah, 27, and you got 26. That should equal 55, right?
26 and what?
How
27.
bad were you, by the
Because
way?
55, I need.
I was
I
down to
got-
37% of my hit points
I
left.
said 50, 55 total.
Damn.
Yeah.
27, 28.
Is that what
That was
it is?
a- we just got a
27,
long
28?
rest
You get
too.
28, and you get 27.
It didn't matter. I only needed 7.
Okay. I'll give. So you get
I'm-
I
7.
could use 5.
Okay, I'll give you 5. Do you need?
No,
7 and
shade
5
50.
is what? 12.
I didn't take any damage.
You're all right.
I'll give myself the
We'll
rest.
do healing
which is-
before we leave, so that way you remember that we have it healed. But yeah, so you guys, I mean, you found yourselves in a different area.
So, yeah, we didn't get very far, but it was hilarious.
I know.
I
It
mean,
just
it was.
Yeah.
Fun. I was like, really? I got this one too on top of it? But I rolled the.
So
Like, really? I got that too? Oh, that was awesome.
So, like I said, that's where we're gonna, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we just we had a little time shift. We're actually going to be time shifting again. So we're going to be doing this one every other week instead of once a week, like we had normally been doing. So we will see you guys back in a couple of weeks, and yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything else they want to say or announce or
Helm
anything?
protects.
All right.
I put a pencil in my back.
All right, guys. Well, that's the last call for us. Appreciate you watching. If you're not already following, hit that follow button. We definitely appreciate that as well. Excuse me. And we'll catch you guys next stream. Peace.
Yes.